the videos of the dude who calls to calls to cats in different languages?
I must not have seen that.
They usually respond to German, which is some big like crazy word.
Love words in German.
German's great. German is
What
was that, James?
Yeah, so
I thought you said.
for Orcish, I've been looking up some phrases in German to bastardize into a fake language, and my favorite thing about it is
As one
just
does.
whenever there's a word and you want to make it a compound word, it just becomes a longer word. Like, what was it? I was looking today. I googled the German word for siege engine. Let's see.
engine.
So siege is Belagerung, but siege engine is a Belagerungsmaschine. All one word. It just adds a whole bunch more letters. Not two words, just a big word. All right. Hey, we're recording.
That is German for you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Adventures of the Redbane Guild. And tonight, last we left off, you all had gotten involved in a bit of intrigue in the town of Carryford in Caswin. After you landed and made shorefall there, did a bit of commerce, discovered that a spy from Oslikov had been captured but escaped with the help of an alleged conspirator within the ranks of the guard. And that was where we left off, as you just had exited from the barracks, speaking with the guard, or with the guard captain. And what do you do?
What exactly did we do last
He
time?
had said Gunnar, the guard captain, had informed you that the imprisoned spy had crucial knowledge of Caswin's naval tactics, and had been aided in his escape by his jailer. They escaped, and you asked if they had taken a boat out, and he said that there had been no boat seen. They suspect that they fled southward into inland. And what else did he say? It had happened the previous night around midnight. And let's see. Did he give you anything else?
I wonder if we can track.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of what the guy knew. They had said they sent out trackers over the past one day that they had, but they have returned nothing so far.
Yeah, well, it's this is intriguing and all. It's do you think that it really is anything that we'll have to deal with? I mean, should we make that our priority to dip our toes into running after this spy, or should we just kind of aside, keep that in the back of our minds and look for, what is it, monks?
See why we couldn't necessarily do both. We couldn't help out for a little bit, at least see where it goes for a time, and then
Yeah.
if it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go anywhere. No, we don't have to.
An aside could be fun. I'm not sure if it pertains to us or not. I'll also like to hear your thoughts on it.
Gunnar as well did express the seriousness of implications for the war if this were to fall into Oslikovian hands.
Things could get much worse. I think a chaotic world will play into the hands of our enemies. I could move in and take power while things are a mess. And no one benefits from Oslakovian expansionism. Except Oslakov.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can... I don't suppose either of you know how to track.
Mm.
Mm,
If it was underground, I probably could.
yeah, I'm not train tracking. Throwing ourselves out into the... I know those around here pretty well. But, you know, trying to find someone in particular is difficult.
I say we head south and see what happens.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Where do you guys head from here? To the
South.
straight south?
All
Yep.
right,
So currently you are at that part of town is up near Half-an-Hour's Keep. And if you wanted to stop back at the Larkspur for mounts or anything, it would be back to the Vormaden district, so a couple of minutes walk, and then
So I have in my notes from last week that we went to the ship
yeah, I thought we got horses.
and got the
Did you get horses?
horses. And Grazio, Worth tells her it might take a few days, but she says she'll take it with a heap of salt.
that's right.
Last time we said a few days, and it turned into like 2 months.
So you are sitting here. You're standing outside the guard barracks now. All three, or two or three horses.
I think we took all three.
I think we took two.
And I said we saddled up all three. Well, we have our horses.
Yeah, you will have your horses.
So you're standing outside with two horses, and one swift little monk boy. So the day is nice and cool, more than cool. It is quite cold, and as midday passes, a very light snow dusting begins to fall. As you head south out of town, you take the road, which you find very easily, and you see it there on the map, leading down south out of Carryford. And the landscape at this point, it's heading down south into into that big valley carved by the fjord, which ends and goes on into the country beyond, all snow-covered hills and mountains, and these massive fir trees all sprinkled with snow, just bits of green peeking out from their needles beneath the snow. And you're heading south. Two on horseback, one keeping up with his swiftness. And what do you do?
I want to look for tracks.
Sure. So along about the first hour of the road, make a make a survival check.
16.
Ooh. 20, not natural.
Hold on. Oh. Find that. Dice rolling all the way. Five.
So you guys, as you're traveling southward, you're keeping an eye out throughout the forest, and on the road itself, the snow is just beginning to obscure what's been going on here the past couple of days. However, about 40 minutes or so in, you catch a glimpse of a cart track a rut in the road. It looks fairly recent, but it's just now beginning to be filled in by snow. You can tell that it hasn't been snowed on yet, so it's pretty recent.
And Ian went away.
Oh no! Yeah, his internet connection was a little spotty, I think.
Yeah, it was, what
Yeah.
you do. Well, I guess we'll wait
Well-
for him to come back.
While we're waiting, I was going through the names of your episodes.
Yes, hence why I haven't changed them on the YouTubes yet.
And you missed one.
Oh, which one did I miss?
The one with Khaleesi.
That was in. It was in one of them.
My
It was
Zoom
in-
crashed.
Because there was dealings
That's
with
all.
the giants when we got
No,
to
Kitty, you
the
go
island.
away because you're a fuzzy turd.
Or was at the edge of the world, the one when we got to the island.
Edge of the World was the island.
Okay.
Good
Then
job.
we're
Go
missing.
on. Good job.
Was Khaleesi not in dealings with giants?
Well, see, I must have got off.
I'll check back through the episodes later. Anyhow,
'Cause-
sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyhow, so you find a pretty recent cart track heading south. There's nothing about it that seems overly suspicious, other than, it's in the general direction. Could be a regular cart track, but the town seems pretty sleepy.
Aha, we have the scent.
Yeah, look, there is a cart track.
That's all we've got at the moment. I guess let's follow it.
Follow it till we can find something else.
A cart, maybe.
Over the next hour, you continue on the road south and make more survival checks, please.
Clonk,
Ooh.
clonk, clonk.
Oh. That was a 1.
14.
Ooh,
4.
14 and 4. At this juncture, it's very hard to tell. You don't really see anything indicating further presence of a cart or footsteps or anything, and the snow is continuing to get a little bit heavier now, obscuring both your tracks and signs of any other activity.
Where are we going again?
Yeah, I think we're still going south. Mirwin, which direction is south?
That way.
Is it the direction that we're going?
Yes.
You're still going in the correct direction. Mirwin can tell. You two, especially Wareth, is a little bit turned around at this point.
I thought it was that way.
Just follow us. You'll be fine.
Okay.
With the sky becoming ever whiter and the snow falling in thicker flakes, you continue on. And please roll some more survival checks.
Clonk, clonk, clonk.
I can hear it. I love that dice.
It's heavy. It is heavy. It's a 12.
Mine's an 8.
A 3.
Wow. We're just rolling great.
We're all deteriorating.
The first one was so good.
You keep trucking along, and it's just really, it's hard to tell what in the world you're looking for, what might have come this way. This is your third hour of searching. It is late afternoon, and make some perception checks, if you would.
We do better on this.
Woo! 26.
24. Ooh, it's a natural 20.
26.
And that's not a natural 20.
15.
Okay, well that's high.
It's really.
Okay. You see no more tracks of any sort. The road is now covered. If a cart had passed this way, you would never be able to tell it. No footprints. no marks of or anything off the road. However,
Well,
as you come around a little bend in the road where it avoids a boulder, you look up and sort of kind of hidden in a bluff on the rising side of the valley on to your left, you see what looks like a small structure, and it's indeterminate as to what it is. You cannot really tell through the snow, but there's a structure up there of some sort. It looks maybe it's like a few hundred feet off the road and maybe 100 feet up the side of this rise.
Hey, what's that? Let's take a look. Maybe they hid in there.
I think
Can
it's
we
a
tell?
rabbit.
Can we tell if there's any smoke coming from it or anything?
Signs
Or
of
are we?
life.
Too
Make a
far away.
perception. Make a perception check with disadvantage from this point.
10.
$23.
It's annoying. My second roll would have been 25.
My second
What?
roll was 24.
Huh.
And
And what you got, Bingo?
That was a natural 20 on my second roll, but the first one was a 10, which would be perception.
Yeah, perception.
12.
Mirwin, you're the only one who sees this, but there's just a tiniest flicker of light. The other two see nothing at all through the snow.
How can I see it when I'm the short one?
that's nothing to do with anything.
You have better eyes at this very moment.
Eagle-eyed mouse.
It's from living in the dark all the time.
Exactly.
They're really good at seeing light. You'd think it'd be the
Blinded
opposite.
from
Everything would be.
I saw a flicker of light in that building. We should go check it out.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go bother the old hermit that lives up on the hill.
Yep, maybe he's seen something.
Maybe he's got valuables I can steal.
I would hope that we would ask him for stuff instead of just stealing things. Or not even that, leave him alone.
Ask him if we could steal his stuff.
Yeah, that seems rather forward, but. Hey, sir, will you kindly unlock your door for tonight? Appreciate that. We're just going to come on through and clean you out. Take all your things. Hopefully you have lots of gold.
Kind
Pearls.
of takes the fun out of it. Really.
It would be easier then. Sneaking around, wouldn't it?
Unless you're good at sneaking around.
And who among us are? I've seen your work. Put your hand on.
Well, he's better than I am. Not that that says much.
It
Just
almost
depends
say
on if
that
I'm
I'm
having a
better
good
than
day or
him.
not.
Guess off we go.
Let's go up there.
You turn off of the road, heading now to what is the directions. West. I'm bad at directions even when.
I think it would have been east, right?
That would have been east.
Yes,
Turning
east.
left is the east.
Turning left from going. Yes, so you turn to the east, veering off the road. The terrain here is it's pretty even, even though you're going into the forest, it goes up and down a bit, but it's not rough terrain really. Pretty flat.
I want to check for traps.
Very good. Roll investigation.
No, Bella, you can't come up here.
No,
Oh.
Bella, you can't roll investigation.
That was a 1 again.
Well, you don't see any traps.
I don't see any traps.
And it feels fairly safe.
Okay,
After you.
you're the expert.
Hold on. I'm going to give her a bone so she'll leave me alone. Are you excited? You know when you see something?
He's the dumbest puppy in the world.
You said leave me alone, and I'm like, heck yeah.
Currently the 18th of Iceborne, right?
Yes.
Ah, I thought so. Had the date right. You over the past few days, you've had the itch, and the horns are just starting to bud the smallest bit. Kind of unnoticeable to the others at this point, but you can feel them.
Sadie. You can see the tooling on the dice, and it's so good. Yeah,
Oh,
like in the letters.
I really want to see it up close. That's
I'll bring
That's
them
cool.
to band practice.
yay.
They're very good. Did I tell you? Oh yeah, I told you that I almost got the obsidian.
Yeah.
The obsidian are so nice.
Okay.
Okay, then. I've returned.
So no traps ahead as far as you can see, but you continue on your horses to the east toward this. You lose sight of it at some points due to the trees keeping sight of it at others when you pass through small clearings and such. And please go ahead and roll another survival check.
7.
13.
11.
So it's a bit of a distance. It's a bit of a ways from from the road to where you're going,
To the road.
and from the road to there, it's maybe 25-ish minutes go by until you catch sight of something ahead. There is a shape. It's kind of large and dark. It's a bit obscured by the snow now. But as you get closer, it appears to be a broken down cart. A couple of its wheels collapsed and it has listed over to one side. In front of it is a dead horse that looks to have been torn up by something. You're still a ways off when you observe this.
I want to look around for dangerous things trying to kill me.
As you approach, go ahead and roll a perception check.
21.
You see some branches and such and brush that looks like it's been trampled about, and even under the falling snow, you can kind of make out that a large beast has been through here recently.
A large beast has been through here recently.
Yeah, how recently?
Yeah, how recent?
Can you tell?
Let me look at it again.
It's been at least a good few hours, maybe less than a day. Less than a day.
Sometime within the past 24 hours, probably.
Well,
Yeah,
let's hope
that's a
it's
little
done.
close. I wonder what it could have been.
A bear, maybe? troll, a yeti. Do they have those down here still?
Not sure. Can I inspect the horse? See if I recognize anything.
Yeah, as you get closer, within a few feet of this thing, you can roll investigation checks if you are in fact investigating.
I am.
Really bad.
8.
9.
4.
Large beast, indeterminate species or type, but in the snow near here, there are 2 human figures. You're unsure if they're dead or alive. They both wear the Kazwinic military garb, as in guards, mail and tabards.
Since I'm on a horse, I see. Butte, are they still alive?
Without saying anything back, I'll go over and I'll roll them over if they're on their front. Check them for pulse.
One is on his front. There you see there is some blood in the snow around them, and it's you can't be sure whether it came from the horse, from the beast, from these guys. But you approach the first one, roll him over onto his back, and you see a youngish, maybe 28, 25, 28, human male, got some stubble, a few cuts that look like they're bleeding lightly, and he just stirs barely.
Yeah, this one lives.
What happened? Did they kill me?
No, you are alive.
Who was going to kill you?
Roll perception checks.
Not great.
23.
Stupid cat. 18.
7. No. Yes.
You're not getting away! You hear a voice. And the other figure has turned himself onto his back and is holding a hand crossbow out. Ugh,
I pull my rapier.
that's my prisoner!
This is your prisoner?
I think maybe you're our prisoner now.
We are together.
Can I kick his hand crossbow out of his hand?
Which one of us is he pointing?
Kind of just generally all of you guys, but he's on his back, just laid up. Make a melee attack, an unarmed attack. Let's see what happens.
And I jumped down.
Can I have advantage on that because he's prone?
Oh yeah, definitely. You would have that. I mean, it's technically prone, so you'll have advantage. on
Oh,
all
way
attacks.
better. Thank you. It's going to be in the 20s then.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, you would absolutely have advantage. You rush up really quick and just kick the crossbow straight out his hand. Bastard!
Well, maybe don't point weapons at people you don't know.
Even you people.
Pardon
The
me?
other one hasn't run away yet, has he?
No, he's still looks very dazed about it all. Like perhaps he's hit his head. He just is my family are they okay? Says the downed one. Are they okay?
Vince, who are you?
Him! It was you! And he points to the now disarmed other figure who is dressed in the garb of the Kazwinic guard, but definitely does not speak with the Kazwinic accent,
Yeah,
especially caught off guard.
I put my hoof into his chest. Just
And I put my rapier to the other one, just because.
Bastard! No help, please, please, please. I did not do anything. He has my family, and I must deliver him to them, and then he will let them go. He made me do it.
Mm.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's with me. We're going to. Not telling you anything else.
We don't care what you were doing or where you were going, and frankly, you don't have to tell us anything. We're going to take you back to the guards, and it's not our problem.
He tries to shove your hoof off, but fails miserably and just
I'll
back into
contested strength check with him.
Sure, yeah. I mean, he rolled a 1, but
I rolled either a 19 or a 21 if this is a strength saving throw.
you get a little bit more pressure on his chest. What will you do with me?
I don't know, but heard things about Ozlukovians in the area, and you are speaking with an Ozlukovian accent, so I think that you'll maybe just stay around for a little bit, yeah?
He's the one. The other one. He's the one. The spy. And he says that he has my family with his other spies somewhere here. I think that is where they're holding them. That's where we're going. And he says if we do not arrive, we're going to kill them. That is why I had to do it. I had to let him out of the prison, or else they were going to kill my family.
I don't
Have you ever
care.
confirm that his family was still in town, or
Yeah, we didn't look into
do we
that.
know
We
that
thought
for
about
sure,
it,
Mirwin?
no.
They told us that he had a family, but they didn't tell us if
This
they were in town or not.
bastard is lying. We don't have any of your family. You traitor. We do not have your family. We are just. It's my family.
Wait a minute. So if he doesn't, if you don't have his family, why is he with you?
Because he is one of us. He's traveling with me. That's his I'm taking him to. He has let me out of prison, for he is my comrade.
He has a better accent than you.
Do I believe them?
Make inside checks with advantage.
Hey, insight is one reason took as proficiency, and I have +5 in it.
Ooh.
And that was a natural 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
So
rolled a 19.
here's exactly what's going on as you figure
25.
Nice.
it. The guy with the Ozlukovian accent is lying incoherently, and the Kazwinik guy is telling the truth incoherently. And what you gather from this is that the Ozlukovian spies did take his family to a location, and in order to blackmail this guard into letting him out of prison, to then rendezvous with his spy cohorts and get his information on the Kazwinik naval movements to them. So you gather that they were on their way to the other spies, where the Kazwinian believes they're holding his family as well.
Does this mean we have to save his family too?
Yeah, I think that's what it means, but I think the real question is, do we take these two back first? I mean, we're only a couple of hours out of town. It would be pretty easy for us just to run back real quick. Maybe the guards.
I can walk. I must get to my family. I must get there.
Yeah, we understand that. But do we extract information with him being in a safe spot? where he can't just escape?
I can make them kill. I can make them kill your family at any time that I want to,
Hey, buddy,
unless you get me
we
back
don't
to them.
care. I don't care if you kill all his family.
Then,
Mm,
let me up. Let me go. Let me go.
I
we're
want
not
to. I
doing
want
that.
to just kind of punch the guy in the face,
Yeah.
not
okay.
like really try to hurt him.
I don't
Just
have
like show him that I want him to shut up.
I don't have anything that can like gag him because I don't carry anything on my person, and I'm not gonna tear up my
You bastards! You can, yeah, you can make a melee attack roll with advantage.
Okay.
Worth. You know, it would be even more. You know, it'd be even more helpful
Oh,
than that.
natural 20.
Yeah,
It's good because the first roll was a 1.
Wow.
You get down and hard slap across the face and roll a d4.
Yeah.
Unarmed would just be his strength, which
Oh
is
yeah,
0,
that's
right?
right.
Yeah, which is
-1.
guess
So
what
all-
I rolled?
What'd you roll?
A 1.
You know what? So it doesn't do any damage to him. It's just.
That's kind of all I wanted.
It's you.
Shut up.
Every one of you was going to die.
Worth, you know, it'd be even more helpful than that
Sunday.
is bindings and a gag.
Well, I at least have rope. We can tie him up.
I have rope.
Ugh.
I wish we still had one of those animal skins. That would make a good gag.
Well, I still have the
Uh-huh.
unicorn pelt, actually. I forgot about that, but I'm not using that for this.
It's gross.
You don't have it on you? You didn't leave it on the ship?
I don't know. It's in my
Well,
inventory.
he's a spy, so we won't stop talking. That'll make him shut
Use
up.
some more rope as a gag.
Nah, I think we should use the unicorn pelt.
I'm using the rope.
You, against much protesting from this guy, you. You gag him, and eventually he shuts up.
Okay. No, never mind.
Yeah, so
Uh,
He made me do it. I am not with him. He was lying about everything.
we're not the ones you have to convince.
yeah,
That'll
and
be the guards back home.
What
we
have I
are
done? What have I
we
done?
are concerned about your family. I don't want you to doubt that. But I'm feeling that we take this whole situation back to the guards and see how they deal with it. Maybe we can get in a location out and we can go get your family then, yeah?
Close.
Maybe that would work. Do you know where they were taking me? Because I don't know.
No, we have no idea.
As soon
Um,
as as soon as he took the cart and led me out of town, he took me prisoner, pretty much. Never said where we were going. He was just using me. But he promised that he would give my family back once we got there, as
Oh.
payment for my helping him.
I want to pat down Mr. Ozlikov
That's a good idea.
and see if I find anything, any papers, any money, any trinkets, and I basically want to pat him down and take everything from him
Yeah, make investigation check.
with the hope that he has something good that helps us here.
Oh, and I would like to look at the cart. I want
That
to.
was a natural 20.
And make an investigation check for the cart as well.
Okay.
Loreth, you are doing that one.
Yeah.
See if it can be fixed.
Yeah. 19.
Yes, within the cart.
He did yours things first. That means that mine is going to be very interesting.
Or maybe he was just anticipating us slipping through the cart and had that ready.
Whenever I GM, I
Good to
do
know.
the least of the two interesting things first.
And when I GM, I have no plan.
The trick is to not say that, because there's a lot of times when I don't either, and it's just like,
It's
we're
an
gonna keep
open
all this
secret.
behind the curtain.
I pay no attention to that man.
You find you find 10 gold pieces inside of the cart.
Yeah.
You find a weird little bronze like birdcage type thing. Unclear what that is. And a couple of empty bottles of some kind of liquor. And on his body, you find 8 silver jacks. You find a regular standard make dagger. There's a key to a prison cell and a rolled up note on a small, very concealable, like maybe an inch and a half of paper, like a fortune cookie.
Alright. Pocket the dagger, the cell key, and Mirwin, I'll go. I found this while I'm putting everything else and pretending that I'm too busy with the other 3 items. Here, see what this is?
Okay.
Now, what's up, Bew? Why don't you read it to us?
I handed it to Mirwin already.
'Cause
Near when I rolls
I
it.
can remember it better, so
You can remember things that you hear, right?
yes.
There is a short phrase, and it is written in Oslakovian. Do any of you speak Oslakovian?
No.
Do any of you understand any words of Oslakovian? Please roll history checks.
Oh, thank goodness.
I ain't gonna do that.
And I know that View does not.
19.
Okay.
18.
So you guys kind of huddle over it, talk for a minute, and you're like, this word means that, right? Like if you were huddling over some Spanish and you're like, that's does that mean? And you get the words rendezvous, tower, and beginning.
What time of day is it?
It's nearing evening, maybe 6 o'clock.
I'm not sure we have time to
What am I
go.
doing? Stupid thing.
The video call from Carrie
Sorry,
to the Redbane Guild.
I hit the wrong button.
Somebody on the phone.
Somebody at the door.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
what does this mean?
Don't know. Do you want to try to figure it out ourselves, or do we try to use the brain power of the guards back in Carryford?
How long does it take to get back there?
About 3.5 hours. So you'd be a bit past nightfall. 10:30 maybe.
I'm not sure we have time. I don't know. Although I don't care about his family, so I'm perfectly happy taking them both back to Carryford and that being that. But the guards can send the whole army out here. Or if you guys really want to save the family, we can go out there ourselves. Go up there to that thing where they might be.
My family. I don't. If you, I promise I will reward you if if you save them, and if you catch the other two, I am sure that the Thane will pay you handsomely. And
That.
That's true. I knew that would get Worth
Don't-
on this side.
did you? Is he always so callous? Don't you have a family?
Nope.
Then you
They were
could.
murdered a long time ago.
Well, mine are about to be murdered. Can't you understand my situation?
Sure. But I've got a lot of things to do, and I need to be alive to do them. So being killed by a bunch of Oslakovian spies doesn't help me.
There's only two more. We can take them.
He makes a labored reach into a pouch at his side and takes out a gold crown and throws it at you. Ugh.
Worth laughs. I admire your desire and drive. I toss him his gold crown back. I don't want your money. I want the guard's money.
Well, you can get that for sure. For sure.
I want to go pick up the other dude, the Ozlakov's dude, hand crossbow.
Yeah, it's just you kicked it a couple paces away. You pick it up. It's not
The
bad.
bolt's still in there.
Bolt is still in there. It did not go off.
Is it cocked?
Yep.
Cool. Did I find any more bolts on the Ozlakov dude, or is it just the single one?
Yeah. He had a little pouch of them there. I'd say there's 4 more that he had.
I'll go take them and I'll poke them into the snow, tip down, 1, 2, 3, 4, right in front of him. And I'll look at him if he's looking at me.
He does.
With the hand crossbow in my hand.
Oh,
So, just wondering, how far away is the tower thing?
oh crap!
Oh, right.
Walk up.
I take his dagger and I cut the gag free.
You people suck.
I fire the crossbow into his leg.
I was about to do something myself, but that's good.
Pull another and I cock the crossbow again. Pull one of the bolts out of
do you want to know?
I told you what I wanted. I wanted you to answer the question. You didn't forget the question, right?
Between the time that you asked it and now, I have received a crossbow bolt in the leg.
How far to the tower?
Why would I tell you that? You won't kill me. You have to take me back to your precious guards for your money.
We don't need you alive. Also, maybe killing you will be reward enough.
And we still have 4 bolts. And
It's been a while since we've killed anyone.
You won't find it. You won't find them.
We are very perceptive, and a tower is a big thing to find. We can
yeah, we
find
found
a tower.
you. And a tower is much bigger.
Yeah, you are just a small cart and a horse and 2 dudes. Found you easy.
He stops and pauses. Looks to be mulling things over, considering his options.
Is this call for an intimidation check?
Ooh.
Might as well. Yeah.
They're helping me. Can I have advantage on it?
Yeah, you 3 are kind of bearing down on him here. Make an intimidation roll.
I gotta find my intimidation. It's not great, but I can still roll pretty good. 17, 4. So 18.
I rolled a 17, if that matters.
You can see you're getting to him. He's still trying to figure a way out of this, you can tell. But he says, Okay. Now, all you got to just get that thing out of my leg. Put a
No,
bandage,
it's no.
put a bandage around it, and I will show you the way.
No, you're not showing us the way. You're telling us. You're staying right here. This guy is going to watch you with this crossbow.
That
And
bear is going to come back and eat us both.
okay, well, he won't be tied up, and he'll have the hand crossbow.
Uh, fine. But afterwards, you come back here, right? And then you free me.
Sure.
Tentative, yes. We will take you.
Come back
We
here
will.
for
We
sure.
will cut you from the tree.
And we will make sure the bear doesn't eat you.
If it hasn't happened already. We better hope that it's a quick trip back there and forth.
Can I do it just one thing before you leave? Can you give me a paper? I wish to write a note to my brother who is in the tower before I die out here, because let's be realistic, the bear's coming back.
Softly morbid.
Sure. You can write a note.
You want to write it in come in for us?
I don't write so well in Altonic, not my mother tongue.
Well, we will give it to him after.
You don't need to know when we'll give it to him. This is never you mind.
I was
Well-
going to say, why don't you take it down, Mirwin?
Can I use a pen? Do I
Fine.
have quill?
You know this is a trap, Wareth. You know this is some like
I lean
weird.
over, whisper over to Bew. I'm not gonna give it to his brother.
We're gonna
That's
bring
a
his brother back here, and
Just-
then we'll take both of them to the guards.
Roll an insight check contested with this guy.
15. Because I'm good at insight, baby.
Ooh, 17, because I happen to roll good.
5.
You all think
Go away.
at the time, this guy laying in the snow, possibly about to die. You think what could be the harm in just letting him write a goodbye note to his brother?
Yeah, okay. Write your note.
Thank you. This will mean the world to him, to at least get a goodbye. Can I have just a quill and a sheet of parchment?
Assuming I have those things, here you go.
Yeah, you all have them.
Even Bew?
Except that it's at Bu. You guys, I'm pretty sure you have that stuff in your
Okay.
bags.
He has one sheet of parchment that has his name written on it in big runes.
That's great.
So quickly,
See, I can do it. I can do it like anybody else.
you give him a hand to write with, and he quickly scratches down a note and signs it with his name at the end with a flourish. And it's in Oslikovian, but he says, "This is my final goodbye. Just give it to Dimitri, and tell him I am at peace."
You are so morbid. You will probably not die. You'll just live out some of your life in a cell. Easy way.
Anyway,
So where is this tower?
yeah, I'll take the note from him and put it in my pocket.
East of here, up up just in the mountains. It's a bit of a rocky track up, but you'll find it. And no, I'm afraid that you will not be taking me back. I will not be forced to tell anything that I know of Ozlikov.
He bites down. Of course he does. Knew we should have left the gag in there.
He foams the mouth.
Before
Gutters.
he dies, I want to run him through.
Trying to get that sweet XP, huh?
No, just to screw you.
He make a melee attack with disadvantage for the time factor.
Oops, I forget what the first roll was. Oh, first roll was 11, the lowest one.
You go, but there's no response. He's already dead.
Ah, dang it.
Within seconds, he lays there.
I suppose we should have left the gag in.
Yeah. What's a pill?
Is he dead?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty sure.
Serves him right.
How do they like live and eat? Do they only like eat soft foods, mashed potatoes, and
I think you'd have to bite down pretty hard to break that. Like harder than you ever would eating.
I don't know how they do it, but they do say that it is easier to kill an Ozlikovian spy than it is to capture one. I don't know how they did it in the first place, but I guess it was so that he could get out, but I don't know, he's given up now.
I want to
At
tie his
least-
feet up and hang him. I want to try to hang him high in the tree so the bear doesn't find him, because I want to bring his body back.
Yes, roll a survival check.
Sadie, baby. Oh, if
I
you
have
come
a
over
feeling
here, I'm
he's
gonna
gonna
have
need
to.
help
Ugh.
to.
Yeah, because I rolled a 4.
Can I help him? I
Gonna
see him
need help to
struggling.
hang this thing.
You see he begins to, he gets it tied and he like starts to try and get it to the tree. Go ahead and he's like, I'll give you some help.
It was a 1.
What you said a survival check?
Mm-hmm.
An 11.
Yeah. All right. So these two begin to, they drag him over to the tree. Get the they fail several times trying to get the rope around the branch. They finally do get the rope around the branch, and then even with the combined strength, have like their hands are slipping on the rope and stuff. But you come on over, and eventually all three of you together string the body up and tie it off, and it's now hung from the tree.
So, Worth, Mirren, you did so well with the Ozlikovian note before. What do you think about that one that I just gave you? You want to look at it?
The note, let's see what. Oh yeah, I take the note out of my pocket.
This one's much. It's quite a bit longer than the previous one. You guys can go ahead and roll history checks if you want to try and comprehend any parts of it.
18.
This one will be with disadvantage
So it's
Just
better than the 18.
for reasons.
Thieves can't.
10.
17.
Nice.
Worth, it's pretty much gibberish to you.
You figured
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's
Yep,
almost
yep,
all
yep,
gibberish
yep,
to
yep,
you.
yep.
You get his name off of it, which is Grigori. That's the signature, Grigori's name. You
Or
get a
is
couple.
it?
You get a couple of other words. There's one that says goodbye. There's one that says which word? What am I thinking of? The one that says beginning. You noticed that word because it was also in the small note, and one word that you're halfway sure means boats.
I look at the other two. I'm like, okay, when we find these guys, we don't tell him he wrote this. We don't tell him there was a note, because this could be information that we don't want passed on if they get away from us. Especially
Yeah.
if this word means what I think it means, boats. It could be something to do with the information he was supposed to pass on, or it could
Yeah,
be something telling them to kill us.
that is most assuredly what it is. It is definitely information.
Yeah, there's no way we're
Uh,
giving them this note.
Yeah, let's not help them spy and pass on information.
I halfway want to burn it right now.
I want to keep it and give it to the guards, see if it helps them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that it might be helpful for them to know just like generally what the spies have turned up. At the same time, I think that information you might give it to old Mr. No Family over there. Not you, Arth, the other Mr. No Family.
Soon to be no family.
I'm gonna take the note and
My name is
stick it in my
Gustan,
boot.
actually, in case you were
Gustan?
wondering.
Still don't care.
All right, Gustan, we were going to have you.
Yeah, what I heard was we were gonna have you.
Little robot.
We're going to have you
You're
watch.
still,
Oh,
and your screen is frozen.
And you sound like a robot. Beer, ear, ear.
oh no, you guys are frozen.
No, we're not. You're frozen.
I
Oh
can-
no!
I can hear you all very well. And
Yeah,
fine.
you got some internet issues.
I've got some robots.
Yeah.
This is going to be annoying to edit.
there he goes. He's back.
Hey.
Hey, am I back?
Yeah, he's back. Okay.
Hey.
So he said, "My name is Gustan, by the way."
So, Gustan, we were going to have you watch him and just make sure they didn't get away. But how are you feeling?
He kind of pushes himself up. Hey, can someone help me to my feet? See if I can walk.
I'd help him up.
He tests out his legs and he goes, I think that mostly I got a bit of a claw across the chest here. But I think that I can walk, and I think I can do this.
Very good. And I'll hand him the crossbow, hilt forward. I'll pick up the other 3 bolts from the ground and rip the one from the dude's leg. Hand him to him.
Thank you.
And here is this as well. You are coming with us. You fight if you feel like you need to. Otherwise,
I will fight until I die for my family.
no. You're not fighting until you die. You are staying in the background. You are taking pot shots with that thing until you can't anymore, and then you are protecting yourself with the dagger because you are going to stay alive for your family's sake. And
Let him fight and die. That's what he wants.
do you know how many more of them there are?
2.
Ish.
Yeah, and there's 4 of us. There's probably going to be a whole mess of them, and we'll be fighting all evening.
Well, if we could probably handle 2 if there is, in fact, just 2. But those
I'll tell you
Lycodians
what.
are slippery.
Yeah, I'll give you my bow as well. Maybe I'll give you the bow.
All I need is this. Now let's go get them. Also, where are we going?
We are going east up the mountains. Is the most information we got from him, which is great, right? That's excellent. We can do off of that. Yeah.
Hopefully, it isn't actually west up the mountains, down the mountains,
Well,
Mirwin, which way
we'll
is
see.
east?
where we're going.
That way.
That way, she points you east.
Start tromping off in that direction.
I want
Yeah,
to look
you head
around for the
east.
bear.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, investigation. 15.
You don't see any real trace of the bear now. The snow has lightened up, but looking over the horse, it seems like the bear got the bulk of its meal from that disemboweled horse there, and quite probably stumbled off full to go and nest somewhere.
Poor Tinkerbell. Well, let's keep going.
Speaking of horses, I'm gonna let what's his name?
Comment.
Comet.
No, the guy, the bear guy.
Oh,
gonna-
Gustan.
I'm gonna let him ride Comet since he's injured.
Oh, thank you. You help him mount up on Comet.
Yeah,
This will
Mirwin.
help me.
You and me, we are floor gang now.
Enjoy the slosh. Ella, no.
And you ride east, and darkness begins to fall as you travel, and still no trace comes of the bear. And you can continue for another hour or so, and please make perception checks.
So I was thinking that guy, he crunched down on a tooth. So we should knock their teeth out. Like first thing, just
I'm
go
down
for
with
the
that.
teeth. Just go for the teeth. You know, if we can hit them in the sides here and maybe knock it out, and then we don't have to worry about them being dumb anymore.
We could also try to gag them immediately too, and then not ungag them.
I could put something on the end of my bow staff and just like.
Yeah, you could gag them if you wanted to. I mean, like jam something down their throat, or what it sounded like.
That would gag him.
Yeah. Get them to yell an obscenity and then just like with this stick and then undo whatever's at the end there and then they can't shoot down. They can't.
I got a 21.
I got a 21.
I got a 1.
You
How many ones have I rolled already?
you still are kind of turned around. You're lost in the forest. All kind of seems the same to you. You guys, though, you press on, and as you come into a spot where the trees clear out a bit, and you have a view of the mountainside, you see flickers of light in a structure, which at this point appears to be circular and not that tall, maybe 3-story tall tower.
So maybe we.
Stone. No, it's kind of concealed. Old stone tower, probably abandoned. But
Perhaps we should leave the horses here now. We get the rest of the way on foot and sneak up.
Probably good.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
yes, hopefully we not let them see us. If we could get the drop on them, maybe we could free my family without them noticing.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Okay, I can do this.
How many people are we looking for in your family?
Oh, there is my wife and my 2 children,
Okay.
my son and my daughter. So
Make sure we get them all.
just to
Make
have all
sure
3
we
of
know
them
how many
there.
there are.
Yeah, be a shame if we accidentally killed them too.
You know, I don't like you that much.
Nobody does.
I was going to say to Worth that is an awfully calloused thing to say.
Yeah, even for me. I guess I'm just in a callous. I'm in a good mood.
Is this a good mood for him?
This is about the only mood for him. Actually, this is.
Jürgen Thunderler. Let's go. He dismounts.
You certainly said the thing. All right, we stealth. We go.
All right. You get within a few hundred feet, and you see this stone face rise up, and atop it is that tower. It looks like you need to ascend almost near to 100 feet. And so as you head up there, please make stealth checks first.
Oh,
8.
boy.
Awful. 10.
7.
Okay. So you get up nearish to the cliff face. You see a little bit of movement up top. But you get up to it and close enough where you can't be sure if anyone up there has been alerted to your presence. You did see movement, but now you're in the blind spot between where that tower or anyone in the tower could see. So you're right up next to this stone. It's fairly steep, but not like sheer. You could climb it with some effort. There are handholds and slopes and boulders you can get on top of. So to climb it, make some athletics checks for me.
I'm good at
Ooh, 21.
26.
Oh, impressive people.
It was a natural 20.
Nice.
I
Oh,
rolled a
not 20.
19, so 21.
Athletics.
Yeah.
7.
Mirwin bounds up this thing about half of the entire height of this thing, like 50-ish feet. She just scampers up there, and Warith follows with nearly the same swiftness. And Bu, it's a little bit more of a struggle, but you crawl up maybe 25 feet, and looking up there, they're quite a bit above.
I look back at Bu.
I look at Bio in confusion because he's usually good at this stuff.
Make another athletics check, please.
15.
18.
9.
Bu, this time you easily scamper up to Warith's height and a little bit beyond within a few seconds. And you continue to climb together until you are
Even though I
just
rolled an 18, I roll higher than it.
but you continue to go up together until you both are just at the cusp of getting back onto the flat surface. And Mirwin, you come up just a little bit behind them.
And we're holding hands the whole way.
Aw, friends.
How's Gustav doing?
Nobody cares.
He makes it up quite slow. So you guys pull yourselves up onto the flat ground, and you look back, and Gustan is looks like he's struggling and almost about to, like, he might give out. And
If he falls, he will die.
a little bit of help, please.
I reach into Worth's bag for a rope.
You toss him rope,
The audacity.
and he climbs it with effort, but eventually gets up, sits down.
I give it back to Worth, a mess, not like bound up nice and tight and neat. There you go.
So from this point, the landscape rises still a little bit but you are in full view of the tower now. So please make me some stealth checks to approach it. And I guess I should describe. So What you've got is
22.
Natural 20.
ooh.
5.
Okay.
Makes a total of 27.
With your rolls are very good. So this tower it's kind of stout, round. It's not that tall, just 3 stories. The top is crenellated. Inside one of the windows, and it's not one facing the road, one of these thin windows, there is the faintest light flickering. The rest of the windows are completely dark. There is a door to this tower, and it's pretty much straight on in front of you. There's a wide staircase that ascends maybe 5 feet up to where this double door is, and it's closed right now. There is no other signs of life. And with those stealth checks, all 4 of you sneakily make it way up to the tower, up to the wall of the tower, just to the right of the stairway and the door. So you are right up there, and you don't see anyone noticing you so far.
Okay.
I think we're unseen. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, maybe. We were pretty bad earlier today, but we're doing all right now.
Worth.
For now.
Worth, check the door.
For traps.
I'll check for traps.
Investigation.
I love telling
7.
Worth what to do.
What was in your roll?
7.
There are no evident traps. At least no traps on the outside of the door.
As I'm rolling up this rope to put it neatly back together, I accidentally hit Bew in the face with it. With just the end of it as I'm kind of flinging it around, rolling it up.
Just you get a little bump.
Oops, my bad. Just trying to clean up this rope.
Let me just count all of my arrows real quick. I stab him with about 5 of them.
Oh, just like getting a bundle and going poke.
Can we
Yeah.
not kill each other before we end his
Make-
family?
No promises.
Make a melee attack roll with improvised weapons.
Oh, goodness sakes. I look
It's
at...
not very good. It's that would be 5, I think, or 6.
What's your dex worth?
My dex and my modifier, or...
Just roll a dex saving throw.
I look at, what's his name? Good. Gaston.
Total of 20.
I look at him and roll my eyes, see what I have to put up with.
Yes, I suppose I do. Bew comes at you with this bundle of arrows, goes, and you go, just back out of the way of him.
And smoothly, I just put them back. Yeah, that was 5 of them.
Yeah, you do. You do smoothly sling him up, sling it back. So, what is the plan? How are we supposed to do this? You guys have the guild patches. You must be experienced in this area.
Yeah. You ready for the plan? Go in
Yes.
there. I punch some people. Worth misses a lot with his rapier. Mirwin forgets to rage or use any of her abilities.
You know he's not wrong. I mean, yeah.
Oh,
But I'll get like 1 or 2 good hits in and just kill a whole bunch of people right there.
next boss fight. Don't forget to use frenzy. All right.
Worth,
What-
check the door.
What if we need to figure out where they are first? We could like listen or something, because then we can go in and to the right spot, or maybe they're under guard and they will kill them if they hear us.
Yeah, that is all
Fine.
possible.
Is there a
Do
way
we
for me to
want-
peek inside, peek into the door, like a keyhole or under the door?
We could also scale the wall, look for back entrances. Get in a window, maybe?
If you wanna look through the door, it doesn't look to have a keyhole. It looks like it's probably one of the types that's barred from the back. But there's a little bit of a crack in it, and a little bit of a crack under. If you want to get down and into the nitty gritty of it, you can make an investigation roll.
Down and dirty.
Down, down, down.
You know what that's from. 9.
9.
Niet.
So between the cracks and under the door, you can see that there's a little bit of space, but you see no light nor hear any sound from it.
I don't think we can get in through here just yet. We'll have to get another way.
Well, it looked like there was only light one window.
That light that you saw was from. So you're facing. If you're facing the tower, it's to the left and around on the other side. On the first level, but upraised a little bit. So it would take a little bit of effort to scramble up to it and see what was inside.
Well, I would ask B to do it, but apparently he's not that great at climbing.
I climb the tower.
So this is right now, like from straight where you are,
Yes.
or do you go around? Or
I just climb the tower.
you roll an athletics check.
10.
You get up above the door and find a handhold and kind of look back down.
I climb the tower. I do very good. I climb more of the tower.
Yeah, athletics.
Natural 20.
So you get pretty good handholds. It turns out this tower has some uneven bricks, old mason work the pieces of it have fallen off, and you monkey your way around to the other side, and you actually flip over and peer down into this window from above, like you are upside down, but your hooves have a good enough hold on the tower that you actually get a look into this room. And even from here, the light is very dim. But what you see is a group of 3 people on their knees, hands bound behind their back. There is a table off on the other side. It looks like you see the spiraling wooden staircase that goes up all 3 levels. But other than that, the tower, the space within is mostly empty, other than a table on the other side, a small round table on which one candle flickers, this dim light around the tower. And at the table, there is one man. You see he has a hand crossbow in one hand and a smoking pipe in the other. And that is all you see at this point.
I'll try to silently gesture down to the other 3 at the ground that they are the people are in here. The football's in the case.
You easily make the gesture, and you guys pick up on the fact that there are people inside. And Gustan.
How high up is he?
So from the very ground level to the bottom of the window, it's about 6 feet, and the window itself is about 5 feet high. So he's at least 10, maybe 12 feet off the ground, upside down like Spider-Man.
Oh, the window is the window big enough to enter, or is it one of those like you fire out arrows from the windows?
It's slim, but not impossible. Like Wareth could probably get in, and you could probably get into. Mirwin might have a little bit more trouble with the stoutness. It's a slim window, but it's not necessarily just an arrow slit.
Okay. I climb the tower.
Athletics check.
8.
You get up to the bottom of it, just to where you can peek in.
Okay. I want to see, is that guy like facing the window?
He's absent-mindedly kind of looking around. He's not currently looking directly at the window. He's more focused on his pipe and fiddling with his crossbow, which looks like it's loaded, and he's being really responsible with it.
Okay. I kind of,
On 3?
okay. Do you want me to, I kind of try to gesture to you, and I kind of reach for my crossbow.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
Gustan goes, what if I hit the front door?
No.
And then you'll jump in. I don't know.
If he knocks on the door, the guard will look away. You can shoot him.
I load the crossbow first. I motion to the guy down there to wait. 1 second. And so I load the crossbow. And then I motion to him. Okay, go.
Gustan runs around the front. About 3 seconds later, you hear boom, 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 boom on the front door, and it echoes and shatters through the whole of the whole empty tower. The guard gets to his feet, drops his pipe, crossbow directly at the door, shouts something in Oslikovian.
Okay, let's
I
go.
shoot him.
I jump in the window.
Make a dexterity check.
Saving throw or check?
Just a check.
That would be 12.
Okay, make a ranged attack.
21.
So all of this, just within the period of a couple of seconds, the guard gets up, points his crossbow at the door as this ringing, beating rings throughout the tower. Bew pivots his body and lands inside the tower, and the crossbow bolt flies from your weapon. And your roll was
21.
that hits. It strikes the guard right in the back. Roll with sneak damage. Roll damage with including sneak.
You and your sneak.
Yeah, baby.
19 in total.
Oh,
Wow.
that's really bad. Well, really good for us, but really bad for him.
I rolled a 10 for damage and then a 9 for the sneak damage.
And then I want to run across the room and punch him.
You get this right in the back, and he drops his crossbow and straight to his knees. And you see the bolt sticking into his. You see he's wearing a little bit of armor, and the bolt's stuck in. You can't be sure how far it's done, but it's but you got a heavy, solid hit in. And Bew, you have plenty of movement left to get up to him. So do the thing you do.
The whole thing.
I will also like
move
to
up
jump in
to
the
him.
window at some point.
Okay, yeah, make a dex check to see. If you're not doing it in a hurry, you can just move in through the window.
Oh, the first one would be a 24 to hit.
Ooh, that hits. Yeah, yep, that hits.
The second one was a natural 1, but that's fine. And then I'll do flurry of blows. First one is a 14
14 hits.
and another 14.
All hits.
So
My dex check was a 12.
You get in the window easily.
6 plus, what is the damage on that? Plus my dex. 9 points of damage on the Shardkeeper staff,
Ooh.
and then 9 and 7 points.
How do you want to do this? Yeah. Wow.
Was it on the Shardkeeper staff or was it on the Flurry of Blows?
blows. The flurry finish him off.
The shard keeper staff just kind of stuns him, and then coming in with the flurry of blows, just kind of like sucker punch him, and make him like shock fall down.
He collapses. That was quite a combo right there. Crossbow and monkery.
Monkery.
And you hear the frightened cries of this family. You see a young middle-aged woman, maybe 30, a boy of about 9 or 10, a girl in her early teenage years. All of them bound and very, very frightened. And you hear a shout from above. It's something in Oslakovian, incomprehensible, and it's like an urgent call waiting for a reply that does not come.
Oh, in that case, I pull up my dagger and I release the 3 people.
Yeah, so you get
And I open the door.
yeah, so you open the door. Gustan runs in, embraces his family. And Mirwin, what are you doing at this point? You were outside of the window just beneath it.
Yeah, I follow him inside and shoo them out.
Okay, yeah.
Go, go, go. And then I'll run up and help them.
Gustan takes his family and come. Thank you.
I loot
Thank you.
the body.
Yeah.
What if there's no time for that now?
If you
I
want to
say
do that,
hushedly.
Oh, that's right.
and there's another voice, sound from upstairs. I will kill you. Don't you come up here. I'll kill you.
I doubt it. I pull up my crossbow and I shoot at the sound.
Make a ranged attack roll. You kind of shoot up the staircase.
Yeah.
Which is where the sound is coming from.
All right, range attack.
Ping, 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 ping.
Oh yeah, 23.
Roll damage. You shoot into
11.
the dark. You shoot into the dark, but you hear a bastard.
Orphan, get it right.
Hey, okay. And you see a crossbow, a hand crossbow, come tumbling down the stairs.
Now come on down. Come down the stairs into the light.
And you see a grizzled, slightly older Oslakovian man with a graying beard. Who are you bastards? Where is Gregor?
Should we knock his teeth
Oh,
out?
come
now?
here. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to go do.
Why did you knock him unconscious?
I want to use both my attacks to punch like the molars.
There's no telling you won't just crack the tooth, but
I don't even want to tell him that. I just want to do it real quick. Bam, bam.
Yeah, you can use your action to make those range attacks. You rush
Natural
up
20.
You rush up the stairs as he is rushing down. You did 11 damage worth. Yeah. You get a and he just completely dead unconscious. And he tumbles the last few stairs down, out cold.
well, okay. I try to get a bit of rope and I gag him so he can't bite down.
And have we tied up the other guy too, or did he? Or
I
is he
think
dead?
he's dead.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah, that one's dead.
Oh, okay.
Now I want to loot his body. Well, I
I
guess
gather the
first,
crossbows.
first I'll loot the guy that is unconscious.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check. With advantage. He's looting the body. He's not impeding you.
Well, I hope the next one's better than that one. And it is 16.
On this guy's body, you find 3 gold crowns, and just in a pocket, in a pouch. He's wearing sort of a coat, and in the front inside pocket, you pull out a small bottle. It's got liquid in it. It's got a cap, and on the front, it says "Mchnuituman shpak la ribiata," and you don't know what that means. But if you and Mirwan want to look at it, you smell it?
Yeah.
It smells delightful. It is a warm, almost velvety scent. It's a lavish spice smell with a woodsy undertone. It almost makes you wonder if this is what an Oslakovian Tsar's bedchamber smells like. It is divine.
Miran, take a look at this. What do you think this is? Is it poison? Or is it just amazing liquor?
Yeah, that
Or
is
perfume?
definitely poison.
I wasn't asking you.
What would I run?
If you guys you roll history checks to look at the label, it says in carved into the glass, kind of etched into the glass of the bottle.
I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 16.
Putting your heads together, you get that one of the words is scent or smell or odor or something to that effect.
Perfume.
And and another word is man.
Cologne.
You should taste it.
Man odor.
Man odor.
Man odor.
Yeah.
Can I get a cyanide tooth? Can I get both of them from both the dudes?
You can check the dead guy. You're gonna rip the tooth out of the living dude.
Hey, it'll stop him from killing himself.
I would love to do that
Let's see what
as Ian.
Let's see how you do
Which
on the
checks?
dead guy first.
What checks am I required for
Yeah,
this?
I'll practice.
Medicine.
Make a medicine check
That is good.
Oh,
on the
great.
dead
A
guy.
morbid check.
Morbid.
That'd be 12.
What do you use exactly?
The dagger.
Oh.
Oh,
He's dead. He
You know,
doesn't get-
just like prodding around. I don't like cut his mouth open. I just I just pull it open and I tap the teeth.
poking around in there. It gets gross really fast and goes poorly.
I don't want
There's
to.
a
don't wanna-
lot of blood.
I don't want to cut him. I just want to look for the. I just want to look for
Oh,
the weirder tooth.
Looking for the weirder tooth. You locate what looks like it might be it. It's a slightly different color than the other ones.
Okay, now I get my fingers in there and I just like.
Jesus, make a things I didn't think I'd be asking checks for tonight. Make a strength check to pull it
I'm good at that.
with your bare hands, with your bare fingers pulling a tooth.
8.
You can't get enough of a grip on it to pull this tooth out. You just can't.
Warith was looking on in disgust and horror.
He's just in this guy's mouth, and you guys are like,
Yeah, well, this is like the easiest way I can think of doing this. The other way is just to punch him more, and he's already dead. What do you do? What would you all do?
I would leave it.
Leave it? Yeah.
Well, like it would be cool to have, just like a little. You could have that, and then you could like put it in something like a cake or porridge or something.
For your
So
enemy.
Someone else, not mine, of course. Just someone else.
Wasn't there?
I forgot.
There was a desk this guy was sitting at, right? Or
It was just a
Table?
small wooden table with a
I
flickering
give it
candle
up.
on it.
I stopped doing the thing that I'm doing.
Okay.
is there a
Also,
drawer?
no, it's just flat top, simple table. Also, Warth, I've got caught up. You find a set of thief's tools and a clear glass marble on his body.
Okay.
Oh God.
Do we want to look around the rest of the building to see if there's anything of importance?
I'll give it a once over. Once I'm done, wipe my hands off.
Did you do anything with the unconscious body?
We tied him
Tied him
up.
up and
And
gagged him.
gagged him.
Okay, yeah.
I'll stay with the body. Well, I'll stay with the guy if they want to look around real quick.
Okay. Are you guys heading upstairs then?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's take a quick break at this point because
I have
I'm
to
a
pee
poop.
as well.
I'm a poop.
I'm thirsty.
Ew.
All right, we'll see you guys in the morning then.
Back in a couple.
Days.
Oh, such nostalgia. All right.
So I wanted to say how much. Oh, these are all the. Are these the mini ones? Oh no, these are the. I wanted to get the price on like the really true metal dice on like the. So there are. Damascus steel is they're gorgeous.
That sounds
They're-
sexy.
They are $400.
Oh my God.
And then the titanium set are $400, and then the Hydra Scorched, which are I don't know what Hydra Scorched titanium. They're like a blue and red with yellow inlay. Those are $450. But bronze, brass, pig iron is 175, but the bronze, brass, stainless steel, and full copper are only 140.
Ooh, Damascus steel though.
Tungsten is $500.
Oh my God.
It's gotta be heavy.
Can you imagine?
Tungsten dice.
They're 16 millimeter. Is that normal? 1.6 centimeter.
I'm pretty sure that's standard size.
That's standard.
I thought
So.
20 millimeter was standard for the D20.
Don't know actually.
Have you? I mean, then all of their gemstone dice. They're gemstone dice, and they're like they're stone dice. Those are about $80. And those are gorgeous. Those are absolutely gorgeous. Like amethyst and cat's eye and obsidian. I almost got the obsidian.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you head upstairs. You and Mirwin. Up there, you see a bit of a spray of some drops of blood where the guy was hit with crossbow bolt. And up there, there is a small desk with a chair at it.
Would you like to take this one, Mirvin? I feel like you haven't done a lot of looting yourself.
Yeah, sure.
The drawer in the desk opens without, it's not locked, and within there is another small piece of paper. This one sealed with a little, just tied up with a little silk ribbon.
I take the paper.
Do you unravel it or just keep it?
You said it's tied with like a ribbon or something.
Yep, there's just a little ribbon around the little scrolled up piece of
Yeah,
paper.
I'll untie it and see if I can figure out any words.
Again, it is an Ozakovian. Roll a history check.
16.
16. The only few words you make out are he and
Man.
intelligence and Admiral Petrovich.
Hmm.
Okay. I roll it back up and put it in my pocket.
Yep, you keep that thing. And up again, again up here, there's a couple of there's like a satchel that looks like it's got a bedroll attached to it. Up here, they looks like they may have slept here. There's a couple other packs with some rations and stuff in it.
I'm gonna take the satchel.
Yes. Do you if you open it up, you find a few rations, dried meats, There are some dried fruits in here.
You're a dried fruit.
There is a spyglass that actually looks like it is
Ooh.
of rather fine make. It's got like red leather wrap around it, and nice, beautiful like a steel banding. And there are two small vials of unidentified clear liquids. They're stopped with wax and waxed off corks.
I'll just take the whole bag.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's basically what's in there.
I'm running bodyguard duty. I'm just, if anything moves, I'm gonna punch it. Letting Mirwin loot this one.
You don't see anything up here. It appears that the two spies figure, at least as far as you can see, was accurate.
Okay, I guess if there's nothing else, we should head back.
Sadie.
She's like, nah.
You don't like grapefruit?
And-
She doesn't like grapefruit.
So you guys return down there to where Wareth is still sitting with the unconscious Oslakovian.
Yeah, there were papers and potions and a thing that you looked through. That's about it.
It's all in the bag.
Yep.
All right then.
Yeah.
And at this point, a little bit of snow has begun to fall again, and Gustan and his family come back in, and by now it is full dark outside. And he says, I'll never be able to make it back in this weather. Not tonight, at least.
Are there stables or something here?
All you saw was just the tower, and it appears that this was abandoned before now. And there are no other outbuildings or stables near it.
I
It's
can
just
see
all
left
by
the
itself.
horses down the hill.
I'll go get them. I guess we have to bring them inside.
Yeah, as you go off and do that, it takes you a while to gather them up and bring them the long way up the hill instead of going up the rock face. It takes you about an hour, but you get them and bring the animals up outside of the tower. While the rest of you kind of set up camp inside, you're able to get a small fire going in the center of the tower. And you close off the doors, and it's warm enough.
I
Warm enough
split
to
up the
sustain.
rations that were in that bag.
Yeah, and so you guys are able to eat a little bit. And the family, they sit around, and the children fall asleep very quickly. And the woman says, "Thank you all so much for helping us. We would have been killed by those awful spies if you had not showed up.
Yeah,
Yep.
no worries at all.
And if you had not saved my dear Gustan.
Oh, we're just
Well,
thrilled we could help.
let's not think about that. Yeah, we will walk with you back down to the ford in the morning. Then you'll be free to go on your way.
Gustan looks troubled at this point. Hala, he says, referring to his wife. You know what will happen if we go back home. She says, what do you mean? You know that I have committed a crime. I've let the prisoner out of jail. If I have aided Oslikov, the Thane will have me punished. She says, but you were coerced into it. Surely he cannot hold you accountable for that. And Gustan says, yes, he can. The Thane is not as understanding as we wish he was, especially in the time of war. And I cannot say I completely blame him. But if we go back home, I will be forfeiting my life. But it is worth it for yours. She
Why
weeps
not
a bit.
run?
Run to where?
I don't know. Someplace, some other village where they don't know you.
He looks at you guys and says, do you know what happens to traitors?
I assume they're hanged.
No. If I go back and the Thane deems me guilty of treason, which he will, I will be taken to Breakspear Point. And there, just off the coast, I will be chained to a rock and left as the tide comes in. They give traitors to the sea up in here, in Caswan. That is where I will die if I go back.
I could kill you now if you'd like.
Loreth.
I don't doubt that you mean that, knowing you, but no, thank you. I don't know what we would do, or if there's any way we could convince them, but the only other option I see is running away. And I don't know where we would go, what we would do. My
Yeah.
wife has a sister in town, and we would be leaving them. The children each have friends. We'd be leaving them.
I was about to say, at least your entire family here is here, and you can just go. But it seems that it is not as simple as you think, or as I thought.
There's always something tying you to wherever you live. Unfortunately, if I could sever all of those immediately without any pain to my family, I would. But which is worse? My death and my family living peacefully in Carryford? Or me keeping my life and us running away and being fugitives? We could, we could get to a larger city, and it's unlikely we'd be found, or in this time really even looked for. But it could be a treacherous road ahead. And as he's saying this all to you, it's his wife has fallen asleep on his shoulder. He says, "It's just I can't win either way. But at least they're not dead." I need to sleep on it.
I think your life is more valuable, and you are more valuable to your family alive.
Thank you for saying that. Don't know if it's true, but I guess we will have to find out one way
I
or
think
the
she
other.
thinks that, and I think your two kids think that as well.
I'm certain they'd
I
say that, but in the end, would it end up being true?
yeah, yeah, it would be true. This depressing downer talk that you have, I think it's unnecessary.
I let the
You are
prisoner
a
out of
unit. You're
jail. I risked, if he had got back to his unit with information, do you know how many Kazwinians could have died just because of me?
okay. So if you want to play it with like that, you have a couple of options. You can take your chances, empty-handed going back to the town. You can take your chances going to a larger city, or both of those are, one is worse than the other. The other one's you're losing your life. But if you look around this room here, there are two Oslokovian spies. You are still in Town's Guard uniform. The third one is back on the trail. You come with your family in tow, one of these dudes over each of your shoulders, and you throw them down onto the desk and you say, I have information. Maybe they talk to you. Maybe you go back to your old life. Maybe you don't have to run and hide.
Maybe you come back as a hero.
Yeah. Your story is much more believable when you bring back more than you lost in the first place. That one, he's been eyeing me for the past half hour. He's still alive.
I hadn't thought of it like that. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Bring them back. Bring them back, and especially one that's alive.
Mm-hmm.
That could be worth it, because these are hard to catch. Would you be willing to vouch for me?
Sure, why not?
I think we would let you spearhead,
I
and
can
we would follow your lead.
I can say that you aided in the capture, and then secure secure payment and rewards and accolades for all of you. It could work. It could work.
Why don't we let you spearhead? And when we get to that, but we'll keep the fact that we did all the things under the table for now.
What is our story? What do I say to the Thane? Do I tell the whole truth, or do I say that?
I think you keep it as simple as possible and do not stray from the truth. You could say along the lines of you were coerced. In your heart, you knew that you were going to get yours in the end, and then you did. You got yours. You killed the one who coerced you in the first place. You made him tell secrets, and then you found the other two.
I can say that I had found a way to find the location of the other two spies, and then I bring this back along with any anything we can find in the tower that might have any information. And then, certainly I won't be viewed as a traitor at the very least.
Plus, the one that was killed with the crossbow, maybe it was a hand crossbow that killed him. What's the difference? They won't be able to tell.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We can do that.
I think that's a much better gamble for you and your situation.
I am grateful for you all because I would not have thought of any of that. I was in straight panic mode, either die or fly mode, and so I thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll get some rest.
I think
Um,
I would sleep
if you
much
can.
better. I'll sleep much better now, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. He goes to sleep.
I'll take first watch. I'm gonna watch especially hard the dude that is still alive.
Sure.
And also I want to gather the 2 hand crossbows and all the bolts, and I want to inspect them over.
Yeah, you get those things. Roll a perception check as well.
Hey, this isn't bad. 11.
You notice the guy that's alive. He's really trying to go for something at his waistband. He's wriggling his hands around, trying to get a hold of something back there.
I'll cock one of the hand crossbows. I'll kind of like step over to him and press the tip into his palm, and then reach for whatever he's pulling.
You find it was tucked into his pants, difficult to see, is a dagger. In a dagger in a scabbard. And you pull it out, and it is a fine piece of work. It is a longish curved blade. It's got some vine-shaped etchings in the steel. It's a nice steel blade. Its fittings on its handle are of gilded steel, and its scabbard is of similar make. It has ebony wood and gilded steel bandings on it, and it is a fine, elegant dagger.
Nice.
All right, I'll take the scabbard and the dagger, and I'll close it back in, and then I'll just kind of like sit back down, place the dagger where he can see it in front of me, and can like absolutely taunting him. People are sleeping? Don't be like that. Shh. People are sleeping. You should sleep too.
Eventually, he gives up and just goes to sleep.
Can I, with my time inspecting these items, figure out anything about them?
Yeah, which items? Just the dagger, or what else?
And the 2 hand crossbows. I want to like get an approximation of how effective they would be in battle, to say it not in meta terms.
The two hand crossbows are Oslakovian made. Other than that, they are standard hand crossbows. The dagger, however, looks like it is very well crafted and very well may have some sort of a
Bonus.
bonus
Hink.
to it.
Hink to it? Is it hink?
If it's, you can roll an Arcana check to see if it's Hank.
I'd love to see if it's Hank, because if it is, I'm not touching it again. Arcana, man, it's gonna come out to be a 6.
It doesn't appear to be Hank to you. When you look at it, it looks like any metal that's on it is just gilded steel.
But I can't be sure, so it's staying right there.
Okay.
And in my watch, I'll go and I'll nudge Mirwin awake.
You get a poke.
What's going on?
It's your turn for the watch.
Anything interesting happened?
Yeah. That one was going for something, and I found this on him, and I'll point to the knife on the ground. Also, can you look at that real quick? I'm not too sure about what it is.
The dagger?
Yeah. The dagger.
Sure. What am I looking for?
Well, if it's primarily what I am interested in is if not it has Hink in it. If not there is face steel embedded. It is very fancy. It's very fancy. Otherwise, if it's too fancy, then maybe someone else can have it.
Make an Arcana check with advantage because
14.
metal. It's not face steel.
It's just no Hank.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we'll discuss who can have this in the morning. I don't want either of these hand crossbows, but there's a number of bolts, and there's 2 of them. I guess we can divide that up, but I'm going to sleep now. So,
And I'll give you some deets on that dagger later. So, you guys wake up in the morning. Your watch goes by with no trouble, and the family wakes up about the same time. And you see that that Gustan has gathered them around and is kind of telling them the plan. And there you see some hopeful looks, but some trepidation as well from his wife and children, just hoping this works. And he says, "All right, how do we do this? I can ride into town with the bodies over my horse."
You have a horse? Your horse is dead.
I was riding on the horse yesterday. That was one of yours, though. Could I borrow it to ride into town on?
Borrow it to ride into town.
Because, I mean, it needs to look good, right? I need to look like I went out there and did the thing.
yeah, how about yeah, we will travel with your family. You travel with the buddies. We will, go together all the way to the town.
Okay.
We'll split off. You go talk and do business. We'll be with you, your family.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. And if things go wrong, maybe be ready to help them out.
Yeah, we have a ship. We'll
take
take
them
them to the next town.
You have a ship?
Yeah.
Yes, but you can't come with us. We've taken enough people.
Or if we can take them to the next port over.
Yeah, kids are fine. I don't care about them. Take them.
Truly, I'd rather not go on a ship, but let's talk about that when it comes to it. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Back on the horses you go. Takes you about 4 hours. The weather is clear today.
I'll put the kids on Tinkerbell.
The kids are on Tinkerbell, and they riding on the way back. And the little boy Turns to you, Worth. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Who are you?
A very dangerous and scary person.
Where'd you get that coat?
From a pirate captain that I killed.
Huh. Cool.
Yes, it was. I think I
Why'd you
just
kill
that
the-
off, didn't I?
Why'd you kill the pirate captain?
Because he was pirating and he was killing people.
Oh. I'm gonna be a pirate.
Maybe I'll kill you too then one day.
How if I kill you first?
Good luck.
May the best
I look
man
over at-
win.
I look over at the mom. What's mom doing?
She's like, he's like that sometimes. And the little girl who's riding behind her younger brother just kind of rolls her eyes too.
Worth, you should give him a hand crossbow.
No.
Yeah, come on, it'd be funny.
I can shoot rabbit.
Get your
Shot
own
a rabbit
crossbow.
a few times.
I don't have one.
Two rabbits with my dad's crossbow. With
For you, you're a mighty hunter.
yeah.
Anyway,
And at that, the little girl behind him, you see her just surreptitiously grab hold of his clothes and push him off the horse, but grab him and then like just before he falls, and he goes. "Ah!" She pulls him back
Mighty
up and goes.
I look back at him and say, "That's what happens to pirates."
You guys are meanie do heads. Meanie do heads. And
That was productive. Yeah, both of you. Are you happy? Do you have that out of your system now?
he turns to you and goes.
I turn to Bew and go,
I kick snow at Worth.
Little dude of snow kicks up in his face. And finally, his mom looks over.
17.
Yeah, yeah, you get some snow in his face. Finally, the mother looks over and says, Good var, stop. Just stop. Can you give everyone a break from you, just for now? He goes,
Oh, that's not a good mom.
he goes, sister slaps him a little bit.
They make us
They're-
pull these horses over.
They're good kids, I promise, but sometimes they are a lot. Especially after yesterday. Oh. So you arrive back in town. Gustan takes the lead horse with the living Oslakovian across the back. And he says, if we're going to do this, we're going to make a bit of a show of it. So we're going right to the keep.
Yeah.
Okay, stay with my family. And should I bring the dead ones too and throw them all
Yeah.
at the feet of? Okay,
Yeah. Big show.
yeah, kind of agree.
let's put them on mine first, and then we'll make a big show. So you guys, he gets you all to kind of lash the three bodies together over the back of his horse, and then you watch as he goes. Gustan rides up to the gates of Hafnar's keep, sits up in the saddle, as proudly as he can manage, and he says, "I have a delivery for the Thane." And the guards go, "Guston? They thought that you were a traitor. They said you were a traitor and went off with the guy." "Ha! No, I went to capture the spies, and look what I have done." And the two guards are just like, "Yeah, man." And I like, and he says, "Well, open the keep. I must see the Thane." Of course." They crank open this portcullis. He goes on through, and he says, "My retinue will follow me. My friends have helped me to carry back the spoils, so we will all go in." And inside of the yard, you see this wide castle bailey.
Turn to Worth, I'm like, I really didn't want to go with him in case he's like, and then we'd have to get out of this situation. But
Yeah. We're here now, I guess.
yeah, okay.
And inside this castle bailey, it's fairly abuzz with activity. There's people working at the stables. You hear the ringing of a blacksmith's hammer, and the various others milling about, doing all the tasks that a keep needs to keep up and running. And there's a herald that comes up and meets Gustan, and he says, "What business have you here?" Gustan says, "I must see the Thane. I have brought the spies of Oslikov." The herald goes around, looks at the spies, the three bodies, the one snarling at him. He says, "That's Oslikovian, all right." Loud mouths. And he says, "Go on in. The Thane is taking court."
Yeah, perfect.
Guards pull back the huge doors to the front of the keep, and Gustan rides the horse right up into the keep proper, up the stairs, and into this hugely tall chamber where pillars are adorned with shields. Fires burn in hearths on either side of the room. The detailed stone floor runs all the way to the back, where on the wall you see a large wooden chair, almost a throne, where sits the Thane of
That was me, sorry.
the Thane of Carryford. And the herald follows you in and says, "The Thane Sigmund, the wild heart of Carryford. May I present Gustan and he says, "Who are you?"
Company.
"Gustan and company." The Thane folds his arms. You see this man now in full light. He's a big man with a shifting eye, watching each of you, as if drawing out your motivations. He wears a crown of bone, a simple circlet, but with short, wicked horns rising unevenly, like spikes. He crosses his arms, scratches his graying beard, and says, "What is the reason for your approaching me today, Gustan? I know of your deeds the night before last. Aiding an enemy in acts of espionage against Caswin carries the sentence of death. The sea awaits you lest you convince me otherwise." And he gets down from his horse, bows and says, "My Thane, I present to you a gift." And he knocks all three bodies onto the floor. Here you are, the spies of Ozlikov. I deliver them into your hand. 2 dead, 1 alive, who will talk. Thane sits back and thinks for a moment. What say you three on this? What role have you played?
Only
Is
support.
this man innocent, or is he guilty? Is he lying to me, or is he telling me the truth?
He is not lying to you. Uh,
We've
he
traveled
was-
the world and seen giants and fought powerful creatures, but never have I seen the heroics and bravery of like this man. Single-handedly took down all the Oslikovian spies. A credit to you and your guards. Far and wide, they'll tell of the power and bravery and skill of you and your men because of whatever his name is.
Gustav.
Gustav.
Well, ye with many tales to tell. I find you interesting.
I also find me interesting.
Oh, persuasion check.
Now, Gustan, however, all of this notwithstanding, is it not true that you released this man from his prison cell? My lord Thane, says Gustan, it was so that I might be the savior of Caswin. I knew that I could get him to lead me directly to his compatriots. I could eliminate them, particularly the one who held such dangerous knowledge of our military forces, and bring him back, his body, the body of his brother, and this other one. And he gestures to Mirwan. We have found what appear to be their orders.
I also hand him that paper that I had. Hand it to Miron to give to them.
He brings the 2 papers, holds them up. Nathane says, approach.
You should, Mirren, give him the clear liquid and the spyglass as well. I feel like those are all
Yeah.
the same thing.
These are the things we found with the spies. This contains their orders. This is a letter containing exactly, we believe, the information that he had on our navy. And we found these as well, a spyglass used to watch and keep track of our movements, and these some sort of poison or something. All evidences of their treachery. And I have brought them all back to you. This is unusual, says the Thane, but I do not find this to be unacceptable. The fact remains, though, that you broke our laws. But I'm not unreasonable. I thank you and your company for bringing me these things. I will make certain that you are compensated. However, you will no longer serve in the guard force. Gustan bows his head. I understand. And I thank you, my Thane. He stands. Whispers a phrase in Old Noric, and it is returned by the Thane. Gustan then turns and walks back to you. Gets to you guys and turns around. The Thane says, "Where are you all staying?"
We have a ship docked.
Tonight I will send an envoy to you with your payment for your services.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Go in peace. And Gustan, go in peace as well. Farewell to your brothers on your way out, for you will not serve with them again. Find a different trade. Become a fisherman, brew some ale, but you will not stand in service of Gaswin ever again. He nods. Yes. Yes, my Thane, of course. And with that, you leave. He goes, well, that could have gone a number of ways.
Yeah, that went pretty good for you, yeah?
Good.
I mean, I knew he wasn't going to be happy, but at least he didn't have me killed. I would have liked to have stayed in the guard, but I guess that's what I get.
It's better than being an outlaw and running to another city-state or
Or drowning slowly.
Yes.
drowning, yeah. Much
I
better than
have
that one.
often over the last day thought of how it would feel to drown in the waters of Breakspear Point, and this is a better fate than that.
I think
He
you're right.
says, "You all go on back to your ship. Thank you. I must say my farewells to my brothers in arms and return home with my family. And perhaps we will come to see you off. Are you leaving soon?
Most likely.
Well, we'll visit the docks in the morning and see if you're leaving. We will see you off. But for now, we will go home and rest."
Yeah. Well, it was nice traveling with you, and best of luck in your life.
You have been kind for the most part. And he kind of smiles at you a little bit, Worth.
2/3, yeah, 2/3.
2/3 kind.
I can always go and take back what I said to the vein.
You still have that crossbow, right? You should shoot Worth with it.
I do have it right here.
Mine's bigger.
Gay.
That's I am not going to make a your mother joke at this. I thought about it, but I decided against it overall.
You're a good man, I guess.
Thank you. Come, let's go. And he rides off.
On your horse.
Rides off on my horse.
Gets through the gate and says, he pulls up, looks back. This is your horse, not my horse. I was caught up in the moment. He gets back down off the horse.
It was very cinematic. Yeah, it was a very cinematic moment that you
Very
had
dramatic.
there
And
by
now it's
stealing our
not.
horse. Report you to Thane for stealing a horse.
Ah, dang it. Here, to have your horse.
Thank you.
Nick,
Come, Hala.
you do the accent so well, and then just like, but dang it!
When you ride some.
Oh, dang it!
This is your horse.
Hala, let's go home. Come on, kids. They return to their home in town. And what would you all like to do? It is just past noon.
Is there like a tanning place or a hide leather worker people?
Uh,
Because I forgot I had that unicorn.
you haven't seen one yet, but you know of the you know who to ask. You can go back to those. You know, there was the general store
Yeah.
run by Astrid who knew various people and places and things.
Okay, I will go there. Also, so unicorns are fairly large, like, horse sized, right? Or maybe just a little smaller than a horse.
No, quite a bit bigger than horses.
Bigger than, okay. So this, so even though this unicorn hide is kind of lopsided, it still should be pretty large, right?
It's pretty big. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like if you took some piece out of it, if you got to find someone skillful.
Right. Okay.
So you return to the store was the Fjordland General Store, very near dockside. From here you can see the Larkspur well. You re-enter and there she is again, the human woman, braided blonde hair, nice clothing, daggers. And says, it's good to see you all again.
Yes.
What are you up to?
Perhaps you could point us into the direction of someone who is skillful with animal hides, leatherworking, tanning.
There's a small tannery shop. It's just on the outskirts of town, run by Osvif and his wife. Osvif and Dala. Refdotter. Osvif and Dala. It's a house with wood, earth top, so it'll be covered in snow at this time of year. There's a post out front that is collapsed because it got run over by a cart a couple of years ago, and they just have never fixed it. Inside the front door is their little shop, and then they live in the back, and they do tanning.
Okay.
From what I hear, they're pretty good.
Thank you very much.
Sure. If you need anything else, let me know.
Yeah, thank you.
And I head off that way.
Okay. Just a second. Hey, I already forgot what their names are.
Me too, of course.
Osvif and
Osvith and Dala.
Dala. That's right.
You said Osvif and Osvif the first time.
Did I say that?
Osvif? And I was
Osvif
like,
and his brother Osvif and his other brother Osvif.
the thing I sent is very good, like medieval dungeon music.
Yes.
Not dungeon music, tavern music. It's very good. I've been listening to it. I'm like, I need to share this with you guys because it adds to the game.
That. I love medieval tavern music.
Mhm.
There's like 4 or 5 of these albums by the same artist. I've listened
Nice.
to 2 and it's really good.
Okay. You head out from there to the outskirts of town where she said to go. And please roll roll a perception check as you get off to that area.
26.
Jeez.
Rolling good on the things that don't matter so much.
Yeah. She pointed off in the direction of Twilight Ridge, kind of edge of town southwest. And yeah, you easily come upon this building within 10 minutes of walking. And there's a small sign on it, faded, but it does say something Tanner's. And there's a post that's rolled over in the mostly covered by a snowdrift.
Okay. Well, that seems that I'm at the right place. So I go up, and does it look like a home, or does it look more like a business that I would just walk into?
Kind of both, but there is a window that kind of says, it kind of like looks like a shop window.
Okay. I guess I kind of look in, and then I'll just go in, I guess.
You walk on in, and no one is there at first, but someone hears you and says, "Just a moment."
Okay.
And a guy comes in a minute later. He's a kind of thinner, tall old man. He's got an apron on that's got some stains and such on it. His hair is greasy and combed back and worn in a long ponytail. He says, "Hello, how can I help all of you?"
I have this hide that I wanted to try to make something out of.
That is what I do.
Wasn't very well anything skinned or all. So
Didn't you do this yourself or something?
yes. And I take it out of the bag and I hand it to him.
It is a good amount of material, at least. What beast is this from, even?
It's from a unicorn.
Huh?
It's from a large horse-like animal. Doesn't matter.
I know what a unicorn is. I'm not an idiot. How did you get the skin off of it without it putting its horn through you repeatedly?
It tried, yeah.
It tried. It wasn't easy.
Yeah,
But the three of us
tried to
killed
do that.
Then I guess you're better at fighting than you are at butchering. Yeah, what are you looking to make out of this exactly? You
I
want a
was
coat?
thinking-
You want a blanket? You want just a nice pelt to hang on your wall?
I was thinking like a cloak or a robe or something I would wear on my shoulders. That would make me look like a bad mamma jamma.
I can do that. Yeah. I can add some fur. You want fur around the top, thick fur, make it nice and warm.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I don't really know the word exactly for it, but like a cape or a cloak.
Yes, a cloak.
He
Long.
he wants a shawl. A shawl is what he wants.
See, I didn't use this specifically. Didn't use that word, you.
But a wrap.
No, it is it is a cloak. The word is cloak. It is.
He wants a dress with the slit in the leg.
I know what you want. I know
nice
exactly what you want.
A sundress, yeah. A sundress would be nice for Worth.
I will make it for you. This is she's good material, even though it is sloppily cut. At least there's lots of it. It'll take me a day and a half, and I'll charge you 40 crowns.
Very well.
I do good work, so you pay for it. Takes it off your hands. Says, "Dollar, you will never believe what I am about to bring back to you here." And he just walks off.
Well, that was interesting.
Oh, yeah. I hope you got what you're looking for.
I didn't know what else to do with it, honestly.
What are you going to do with the pirate cloak? Or are you going to interchange them? You're going to look like a mountain man in your unicorn cloak one day, and the next day you're going to look like a swashbuckling sea captain.
I guess it depends on the circumstances.
Are you
The
going to
unicorn.
accessorize? Are you going to get a big hat and wear that with an eye patch with the pirate coat, and then you'll
I'd
get the
forgotten I
corn
wanted to
horn?
get. I did want to get a tri-tip hat.
He's gonna be the fashion king of the Larkspur with his multiple outfits and Oslakovian cologne.
Right.
Fancy.
So
Special occasion.
it's
I
gonna
might-
turn into, what do you wear today?
I will ask that, and I will relish it.
As will I. It's going to be great.
That's
I'll
what I'm
probably save
talking
the
about.
unicorn robe for special occasions. When I want to.
That'll be some classy
Well,
equipment. Right
do
there.
we want to go look for your tri-tipped hat now?
I guess we could. Should we go back to the ship and tell Graziella we made it back?
Oh yeah, sure.
Put up the
that'll be fine.
horses.
Yeah, we should probably put up the horses. We don't really need them now, wandering around town. Whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, you get the horses back to the Larkspur in short order. Up the gangplank and down to the animal hold, and back up. You find Graziella, who's almost appears to be waiting for you.
Sorry we were gone. We did a job. Money should be here tonight.
Very nice. It did not take so long this time.
No, it didn't.
Very quick, in fact, only like one night.
Yeah.
I am impressed with your speed and skill this time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We stopped some Oslakovian spies from getting information to maybe more Oslakovians.
Ooh,
Uh,
intrigue.
yeah, only in one night, all that it took.
And I got to kill somebody, so I'm happy.
That sounds like a lot of fun for Joe. So,
You actually didn't.
Oh no, yeah, you killed that guy, and the guy coming down the stairs didn't die.
No.
are you all involved in the war now or something? Or just espionage?
No.
Just
Nope.
espionage. For now.
Small job that got turned into a thing for the Thane. And the Thane was presumably giving us money.
Mm.
Said he was going to send an envoy tonight. I think it was today, wasn't it?
Yeah. Envoy is very
Let's see.
I was going to say the other way of that. Like you better watch out, I am sending an envoy after you, kind of a thing then. Like
I
you
think envoy.
That is not what envoy. I mean, that's not what envoy means.
Envoy
Yeah, but
is more
for-
like a diplomatic entourage.
Yeah, but the Thane was kind of evil, and you would use the same words that a good Thane would use to mean he's going to send an assassin after you. Yeah, right?
Anyway, so you could expect an envoy this evening, and they will be bringing
We'll,
money.
We'll keep a watch out for him. Don't worry about it. And are we leaving in the morning then? Have you
Um,
other business around town?
I
Or
did.
if- Just
Com-
put in an order for a thing.
I did commission something that might take.
Are you
That is-
spending your hard-earned dungeon money?
A little, yes.
Because that's what it sounds like you're doing. But that's a fine live. Live it up sometimes. Really, you got to live it up sometimes. You just
You're gonna like what I've made as well. It's
what? No, don't tell me. Surprise me.
okay.
Surprise me tomorrow.
Yeah, you will be surprised at it. I don't think you know. I don't think you know about what it is. I don't
No,
think
I don't
we've
think
talked about what the thing that he's doing with the thing that he did.
Yeah,
I
we
think you
haven't
have-
We
really
haven't
had
told her
time.
about that yet.
Too much going on.
You have aroused my curiosity greatly. So I very much look forward to tomorrow.
Yes. Well, in a day and a half, I will
A day and a
have
half.
something glorious to surprise you with.
I look forward to a day and a half from now.
He's so smug.
It is it is at this point that you see Valdemar Radlich emerge from the below decks, looking very proud. He says, "You three there, I have something to show you.
Oh.
Yeah? What is it, Valdemar?
I have been working on something for a good bit of time,
Yeah.
and it is ready for me to show you. So, uh, Marquez, let's do the thing." And he heads over back down to the hatch, or the staircase down into the lower deck, and he gestures down there and says, "Marquez, Elizabeth, show him the thing." And they bring up the stairs a very interesting contraption. It is on wheels. It is a weapon. It looks like a big old crossbow, sort of like a ballista, but smaller than a ballista. And as you look at this thing, it's very nice and sleek. It's interestingly mobile. And he says, "So look at this. Now, when I was with the Giants, I was with Nahalo Vale. Was the first one. Now I went aboard. Ashore. I went ashore, and he showed me something that was fantastic.
I know what it is.
He showed me the tree, the kind of tree that they make their bows from. Extremely light, but also flexible, more flexible than the wood of the yew tree. Now I bartered with them enough to make 2 of these. I call it Das Überbow.
It's a very impressive sounding name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
No,
What does it do?
if you look at it, it is unlike our ballista. The ballista you can't move. You can't move it around like the deck or a battlefield or something. This, it has on wheels. But if you look at this, and he goes to the side and pulls down a crank, you can anchor it for a steady shooting.
Hmm.
It is very useful. So say someone someone gets on the ship, or like boards or something that is like large. You could move this thing and go and shoot them right through. Or if God forbid, some large sort of creature gets on top of the ship or puts a tentacle on the ship, you can go
Like a kraken.
and yes, like a kraken. In fact, that's what got me thinking.
No, we are not going to go fight Kraken.
No,
What
I'm just
attacked
saying.
us?
I'm just saying, since I had already been stewing on an idea of some sort of new weapon. When we saw the Kraken, it dawned on me. This would be the perfect application. So you can move it around the ship and then shoot it right through the limbs or something. Thing is, though, the ammunition, the size of the boats, is non-standard. So each needs to be crafted especially for this weapon. I've only made 6 of them so far. So we'll either hopefully we don't use it at all. That's number 1. And number 2, perhaps we find a craftsman to make more for us. Or I can make a few more for us as well. But I am extremely proud of Das Überbow.
Yeah, It is very good. I think it will do us well. Are you saying you have made another one, or you just have the materials for another
I
one?
have another one. It is down in the hold.
So
Very
is
good.
this big enough to like pick up and move, or does it have to be wheeled around?
Okay, so it's yeah, it's something you would have to wheel around. You wouldn't. It's much too big to pick up, but to shove it around with handles, you can definitely do that.
So it's like a 50 cal on some wheels, and then you plop it down, and
There you go. There you go. It's like that. And yeah,
Instead of a
it's like
cannon,
that,
it's a 50 cal.
basically. That's yeah, it's basically that. Mobile, a smaller mobile ballista for use on decks or other interesting applications that you may improvise at some point. Who knows?
Well,
Thing could come in
Valdemar,
all sorts of handy.
your very large crossbow is very impressive.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Would you like to pair it with a small Ozlakovian crossbow? I have two of them if you want one.
It is very small.
Yeah. It's Ozlakovian though, and that's very interesting. Yeah.
It is interesting. Ozlogovian is fairly good make most of the time.
and wouldn't it
But
be
you get
interesting
it.
to shoot an Ozlakovian with an Ozlakovian bow? Poetic
It
justice.
would be. That would be poetic justice. I like it. I like it. I will say. I like it. Yes. He takes the thing, cocks the bolt,
I give him half the ammo.
sticks right in the mast. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. You want to dual wield them? Have two? Like.
That would make
Yeah.
it difficult for reloading, but
I bet you could work it out. What
Well,
if you
what
had
if-
something on
what
your
if-
belt that you could like pull down?
that's what I was thinking. Just go.
Yeah, here's the other one.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
She's got to pee.
I'll be right back.
Yes, I will do that. Yeah.
He's crossbow man. There is Pepsi man, and then there is Valdemar the crossbow man.
Das Überbo.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask. So, what is the innocuous culture for Kazawin? If Ozlakov is Russian,
Nordic slash Celtic,
okay.
depending.
I kind
on
of
what
got
part
Norse from something you said, and then I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Norse slash Celtic, depending on what part of the country you're in.
And what about
The fonts are
Wolfguard?
very Norse.
Wolfgard? Yes, yeah, medieval England and or France, kind
Okay.
of standard analog for that.
Okay.
Hey, what's this dagger I'm hauling around?
Oh,
yeah.
that is it's a pretty nice little dagger. What is the effect it does? I gotta pull up my table for that. It is called a wing blade dagger, and a wing blade. And this guy, well, where did it go?
It went away.
Well, my thing just did a poop. My document pooped the bed.
I'm back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Why didn't I? It's simple. Why didn't I remember that? It scores a crit on 19 or 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Other than that, it's normal dagger.
Yep, standard dagger stats, but with that little guy, that little ding added on.
6.
Ding, 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 ding,
Sick.
Ding 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 ding. Natural 19 or 20, mind you.
You got it. Oh man, my notes just got really sloppy. Erase. That means I am proficient in it. I have a +6 to hit, and it is a D4.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into Vax, carrying around daggers.
All of my daggers.
These daggers.
All right, it's a bit past noon. What would you like to do with your day?
Do you guys have anywhere else you want to go? I wouldn't mind going to a clothing store.
That sounds good. I could use a new coat.
Yeah, of course you do.
Just find a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to a clothing store. I have just a general disdain for everything that they stand for, but let's go to one.
Well, good. I like
You
things that
don't-
make you angry.
You don't have to come inside.
No, you should come inside and try on all the things. Even, how about some pants?
I
Yeah.
am already wearing pants worth.
No, they're just really hairy. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it is the exact same thing. I have the exact same amount of coverage as you do, maybe more.
Not the same thing. Not the same thing at all.
Yeah,
Really is.
it is true. You wear pants not to be drafty because the fur on your legs is waify thin and bold. I have real fur that keeps me warm. If I did not, if I was like you and like a mole rat, just pasty and weird, I would want to wear pants and cover them up too. No, I have strong, coarse hair.
You're
Keeps me
covered
safe.
in pubic hair, essentially.
No, that is different. You have that, and that stuff is weird. I have a thick, coarse fur, covers my entire lower half. It's great.
I think we broke Nick here for a second.
That stuff is weird.
As soon as you said coarse hair, thick, coarse, I'm like, ew, wait a minute.
This is what animals have. Is they have.
I know, just my brain decided
It's true.
that was pubic hair. I cannot be held responsible for the things my brain says.
There's a long low building on the other side of the dock that has a sign that says it says Harston Leather and leather goods, clothing, and stables.
Okay.
And then there's a stable. There is indeed a stable there. You can see a couple of horses' heads poking out. But it's a strangely catch-all name.
Yes.
Huh.
All right, let's go in.
Yeah, might as well.
So you go out into this place. It's you see under a wide kind of showroom area where things are displayed on. Oh, Ian's frozen again. Oh no, he's back. Things are displayed on shelves and racks and on the walls and such. Inside, you see a male human. He's dressed in very simple, rough linen clothing, a belted tunic, becoming threadbare over the years. Same with his trousers. but he's got a fairly nice leather belt and some kind of worn boots on as well. He's a young man, perhaps early 20s. There's a tattoo of a serpent that snakes its way down his neck and beneath his shirt. His golden hair is shaved on the sides and the top braided into a long tail down his back. He's stitching 2 plates of leather together as you come in. And he keeps working, just kind of greeting you without looking up. And around this shop you see a great assortment of goods. There is a lot of the racks of clothing, some racks of just rolls of linen that you can buy. There are tunics and pants, nicer shirts, poorer shirts, nicer women's dresses, simple shifts, boots and shoes, belts, bags, flasks, packs, you name it. And there's also horse-related goods. There's saddles and saddlebags, tack. Big showroom full of this crap.
Mirwin, there's a dress. Have you ever worn a dress?
No.
You're going to get hit. You are going to get hit. Or
I was just
you are
curious.
going
I'm
to
not
get
saying you
hit
should wear a dress.
by her.
Why would I wear a dress?
I don't know.
Not very practical.
I bet they're, good airflow in the summertime.
True.
Anyway, I go up to the guy. You have tri-tip hats?
Tri-tip hats. Do you mean tricorn hats?
Whatever they're called.
They're called tricorn hats.
Do you have tricorn hats?
I like him.
Yeah, I got a tricorn hat. Over there.
Thank you.
He points just toward a general side of the shop, then looks back down.
Okay. We'll walk over and look for these tri-tip hats.
And you find a selection of headwear from simple arming caps that are just soft linen or animal fur to some nicer hats you see a couple of tricorn hats, and you see they have actually 2 types. They have the regular tricorn hat, and then they have the one that has the real high peak on it, like the like the officers or whatever one. They have them in a few colors. What shade is exactly the coat that you've got on?
I was about to
dark navy, right? I think
that's correct.
I'm sure I said dark navy. They've got one that is a pretty close match for the coat. It's close enough. Then there's got a black one. They've got one with one that's black with like reddish dark red thread on it. Black with dark blue thread. There's a few.
I want the one that closest matches the coat.
Yeah, there's one that's dark navy. It's your standard regular tricorn hat, and it's got the nice brim on it and everything.
Something that if I were wearing and then I said, "But why is the rum gone?"
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take that. Also, want to look for leather studded armor or studded leather armor.
Oh yes, certainly.
While he's doing that, I want to look for a coat.
Man, you can buy one for like $10 on eBay or on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Tricorn?
Tri-tip hat?
Yeah, tricorn hats.
I've always wanted one, but I think I'd get really warm if I wore it to like a party or something.
It would be hilarious, though.
Would.
There's a section with armor. He's got some light ones, some that is just pauldrons, a few like leather pauldrons overlaid with steel, of varying qualities of armor. But there is a like a jacket sort of with it looks like it's fairly thin but of good construction, like it would fit underneath a coat or whatever. But it's got the riveted plates of steel within the leather, and it's pretty decent construction. It's all pretty dark black leather mostly,
Yeah.
and which is of course you like, and
Yes.
and yeah, he's got a nice looking set of it there that kind of catches your eye amid the
Okay.
other various qualities of armor.
I take that and the tricorn hat over to the counter. How much for these?
Rabbi armor, it's about 44. Yeah, I'll give you both for 50 crowns.
Okay. Would you be interested in buying the leather armor I'm wearing?
No.
Fine. Here's your 50 crowns.
Ching. Anything else?
Not for me.
And you all?
I want to find a coat.
Over there. He points toward the
Okay.
other direction, the other wall.
Over there.
I like this guy too. Yeah, it's there are a few coats amid the selection of various clothing they have. What type of coat are you looking for? Just something to go over the brigandine, or to kind of keep out the cold?
Yeah, since it's winter now.
It is winter now,
Yes.
so something to help you with cold resistance. Yeah, he's got a darkish gray coat that's got it's got some fur, thick fur around the neck. It's not a cloak exactly, but it's got the back that goes down further than the front. Like the front stops just a bit below your waist, and this one looks to be sized about for a dwarf.
Sure.
And it's got several buckles that go up the front to keep it nice and secure, a lot like your brigandine.
The thing that you're gonna run into is actually for a gnome. You're gonna put it on, and it's just gonna be up to your belly button.
I'm gonna try it on.
James
know,
is
it fits pretty
intrigued.
well.
Worth is concerned.
Fits pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's comfy. You kind of test. You have range of movement. You practice like some axe swings,
Ah,
punches, shielding moves, and it's got good movements, good give, but still pretty warm. Also,
You're going to be able to stand between me and all the dangerous things with that?
of course. It had a lot extra padding.
All right.
warm and still
I
pretty
will take it off
stylish.
and take it up to the counter.
It's pretty nice, Mike. Give me a 20.
20?
20. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. You want anything fun?
No, nope. I think I'm good.
Have a good day, then.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And I leave, and I want to go back to that lady and try to sell this leather armor.
Back to Astrid. Yeah, you get back to the whatever her shop. Back to the Fjordland General Store. Well, you are back within the day. You missed me that bad?
Yes, I couldn't bear the thought.
Oh.
Anyway, so I have this leather armor here that the fine people down at this clothing and horse place
Oh,
didn't want to
Sven.
buy from.
You met Sven.
Yeah, pleasant
Oh,
chap.
Sven is a bundle of joy, isn't he?
Hmm.
He makes good stuff, though.
Would you be interested in buying this leather armor?
This stuff kind of old,
Yeah,
but I don't see why not. I can't give you much for it. I'll give you 3 gold for it.
fine, as long as I don't have to keep it anymore.
Sure. She fishes 3 gold pieces out. There you go.
Thank you.
You all look more dashing than you did earlier.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Very nice with the new things. You've got
Very
new
nice.
got new threads.
And I put on
Yeah.
my tricorn hat.
Oh, look at you! That Sven did a good work. Matches the coat.
Yes.
Looks good with the armor.
Hmm.
And you with
Yeah.
the little one with the coat as well. Very
I-
pretty.
I grab it and kind of.
It looks nice and warm.
It is very warm.
Very nice.
Worth
about-
also has a dress in the make, yeah?
What is don't you get cold, Fun? I'm sorry. What is your name? I should not just call you Fun.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine. Bew.
You don't you get cold?
No, I don't get cold. I grew up in the highlands of Kazwin. This is nice to me.
You do have that fur on your legs.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
suppose
and I
that
wear
helps.
this for you all because it is socially unacceptable to not wear something, so I wear it for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're not the only ones who react that way. It's strange to me too that you all are so. Is prude the right word? I think prude is the right word.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not forward thinking enough.
If everyone else has a problem with your nudity and you don't, maybe it's you being in the minority there that's got the problem?
I lived all my life in a culture, didn't have a problem with it.
Maybe your culture was wrong.
Worth. Don't mind him.
All right, then.
Come back anytime. You all are very
One more
funny.
thing before we go. I have the jar with the preserved mushroom.
Oh yeah.
I want to see if she knows anything about what exactly kind of mushroom it is.
You hands to her. She says, "What is it?"
I don't know. I was hoping you might tell me. It's a
Nope.
Nope.
Looks like a mushroom to me.
Yeah.
I'm no expert though. You'd probably have to find somebody who's more outdoorsy than I am. I stay in my shop most days.
Know anybody in town who might be able to tell me?
Not really any herbalists around here. I can't think of anyone who would really know much about this thing. It doesn't look like it's local.
Well, maybe I'll come across someone eventually.
I hope so. That would be nice for it to identify it.
Ian, you look like you were enjoying that tail in the face.
I love Sadie, even though she's a brat.
Okay, then goodbye. And I leave.
Like I said, come back anytime. I like you all.
Yeah, thank you.
She like that. She just shakes her head like you guys are the most amusing thing in the world. Stepping
Isn't it
back outside. Sorry.
not the first time that someone has gotten incredibly weird off of just. Maybe I stop bringing the close thing up.
Maybe.
That's normal to me. I don't understand. I mean, I get it. I get it. Your perceptions of the whole world. It's strange to me, though. But I'm the wrong one.
Literally everyone we've met, the giants, the furbolgs, obviously all the humans, they all wear clothes. The only people we've met are Highland fawns that don't wear clothes. Even the field fawns wear some clothes.
No, it is because they have lived in your old culture. You would find yourself out of place if we were to visit, my lodge or other Highland lodges. Or
Yeah.
you would not. You may not. So to say,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I might feel out of place in a barn. Don't think I'll care.
I'm not sure whether I should feel offended about what the thing that you just said was, or if I should let it go.
Either way.
Maybe I'll kill you one day, Worth.
I would understand if you did.
If you were offended by everything Worth said that was offensive, you would be offended all the time.
Yeah, you're right, Mirwin. You're right, Mirwin.
The
Instead, I
silly
should just
troll's got
keep
a
a log.
point.
Yeah, keep a log of all of the things, and then when it hits like 90 or something like that, I'll say that's the one. That is enough. I have a whole there's a word for it. The book, I think, full of Worth's sins that I have written down, and 90 is the one that we can kill Worth for.
Yes, I want to see this list that you'll compile yourself personally, handwritten, all of them. And your
Well,
frozen.
so the is in the mind journal. Once I feel even carrying around a book.
Yeah, you're frozen there, buddy. And starting to come back,
Unfortunately.
maybe.
Missed the last thing you said.
Something about if I feel that I want to carry around a book and start writing in it. Otherwise, I think we're at like 17 right now. We're at 17, so yeah, it's a solid.
I need written
To
proof.
17 in. No, you'll know when you've ticked over 90. It's because
you'll be
I'll be
dead.
punching you. You'll be dead. It's easy. And most people join in too. All the people on the Larkspur and Mirwin and all that, because they'll be at like 50 or so with you as well.
Yeah.
You should
Good
be
luck to you.
nicer.
Good luck to all of you.
You should be nicer.
Nah.
I
I'm
bet you
good.
have this on your side because she's very forgiving.
Yeah. And the cook. Cook likes me.
Does he?
Yeah, bring him.
I
weird
honestly
food
don't
things.
think I've. Oh yeah, that would do it. That would do it. I haven't been around you and the cook at the same time. I don't really know how you and him get along, but maybe we'll keep an eye out. I'll plant some seeds of deception. That would be fun. Or I won't do that. One of the two.
I'm gonna go back to the ship now.
Yeah,
We've been having
I think I'll join you.
this conversation, just kind of idly walking through the streets, and it's just as you're beginning to enter the harbor again that you run straight into someone that Bew Her face seems oddly familiar to you. You see a woman. She's fairly young. She's wearing a blue dress. She has blonde hair. She looks just slightly older than when you saw her last, more than a year ago. The woman that you met upon the road as you left the monastery, whose husband had just died. And she says, "Is it you?
I'm sorry.
You are Biu, are you
Huh?
not?
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
are.
it's been a while. How are you? You are alive, which is good.
I am alive because of you.
You know,
You know, I never told you. You know, and I was sitting under the tree that day when you gave me your bread. My husband had just died, and I was going off into the hills. And if you hadn't shown that kindness, I think that I may have taken my life that day. I had the knife on my back, just ready to grab it out.
I'm
Get it
I'm
over
sorry
with.
that you found yourself in that situation. I
No,
hope
but
that you
I found myself in Carryford, and things are going much better now.
good, good. I hope you
Uh,
never find yourself in that situation again.
Thank you. I hope not too. But I wanted you to know that you have done a great deal of good for me.
Well, that is good. That is good to hear that you are doing well here.
I know we only met for a moment, but I hope you're doing well as well.
We are doing fine. We are doing fine now.
Hello, all of you.
Yes.
Hello.
These are my traveling companions, and this is someone I met a long time ago.
Elga.
Yeah.
It is nice to meet you all. Take care of him.
We're trying.
I'll take care of him.
She just kind of bows shyly and walks away.
Uh,
That was weird view.
uh,
What about?
someone I they almost. It's been a long. They're
Missed,
not there.
missed that last thing you said there.
Missed
It's
all the things you said.
someone I haven't thought about in a long time. Forgot that they existed almost. You know, it's someone that you encounter on the road. It was on Caswin when I saw her last, so yeah, it makes sense that she would hopefully be kicking it around still. Hopefully.
Unless she
Yeah.
decides to stop kicking around, apparently.
Yeah, she was in a dark place when I saw her last.
Hmm.
I think you all gleaned as much from that conversation as you need to, and as much as I know as well.
Hmm.
Yup.
Interesting. All right, back to the ship, I guess.
Yeah, why not?
As soon as you get back to the Larkspur, right when you get back down into the quarters area, I hope you all like the detailed map of the Larkspur that I
Yeah.
finally did.
It was nice.
Kind of that's what your quarters look like. You get down there. Brecken is poring over one of the tomes. He shoots to his feet when you guys enter, and he says, "Here,
There. Where?
I've been talking
Yeah.
with Clara. I've been talking with Clara. we think that we've found the location of the monastery where the Seekers came from originally.
All right.
Well, not the location, but the vicinity. And
Is it in
it's
Kevin?
north of Caswin. So not too far off from our original estimates. It's called, there's a little place called the Halmund Islands. The thing about it is, according to Clara, the place has a reputation among sailors. Not
Not
the,
a good one from what your tone sounds like.
it's not the kind of place they tell the good stories about. It's the other kind of sailors' tales come from places like this.
So full of ink.
It's very likely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how they tell of, flying ships in the night and lightning flying around your masts and whatnot.
No, yeah, of course we have to go there.
Something like that
Why
kind
not?
of thing. Well, I'm just gonna have to read a bit more about this. Hopefully we can find a more precise location, but before that, I think we should probably head off as soon as possible. Graciela tells me you're waiting on a dress of some sort.
Something like that.
Okay, well, that's great.
It's a thing.
Cool, good.
It's not a dress, but yeah.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Got to treat yourself sometimes, am I right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm so happy. Brecken, you've made me so happy.
Anyhow,
Brecken.
It wouldn't have been so bad, Brecken,
You,
if you hadn't made you so happy.
I wasn't really joking. I was only half joking. She said she said she thought it was some sort of clothing, so I said it was a dress or something, maybe for Muirwin. But
no, it's
It's
for
more-
Orith.
I just
Yes,
turn around and walk
It's
away.
more likely Worth will wear a dress.
all right.
Ah,
Well, I'll be making plans for our next descent into danger. Go pick up whatever it is you're picking up.
Thank you,
And
Brecken.
that's where
You've
we'll
made
end
me
tonight's
so happy.
session. That's where we will end tonight.
Now I want Worth to wear a dress into battle.
Maybe we'll go back to the
Ah.
Tanners and they'll be like, oops, I got your order mixed up with someone else.
Now you have a unicorn dress.
He messes up the unicorn dress. It's gonna
Unicorn
kill him.
A unicorn dress is every little girl's dream.
Do I look like a little girl to you?
So good. It's so good.
I
was so
but
choice.